We are live
at 9:30.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy first week of football. Happy all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh my God. I love this. I love being alive. I love breathing. I'm running out of breath from life.
Feeling good. Well,
we all like breathing, I think.
I mean, that's
optional for some.
It's a necessary thing. I mean,
it kind of is.
It's what I've heard. I've been told, but
I've been told by several friends.
Several professionals on Facebook have told me.
Yeah, there's other professionals that probably tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, but anyways,
breathing. Anyway.
You're taking everything. All right. Anyway, so welcome everybody to Frack Paddy Wack. We all love you. Well, thank you for joining us as always. Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow us here at all our handles on Facebook, on Twitch. Find our prior episodes on YouTube. All of them. You know what? Everybody. Tonight, we love you so much that everybody gets tonight.
Free hugs.
Free hugs.
Everybody, just bring it in here. Just bring it in. Just come on. Virtual hugs 6 foot apart. Anyways, so yes,
long arms.
Make it rain, son. So anyways, so yes, please like and share. Again, thank you for being back with us. You know we love you guys so much. So instead of me rambling on though, because I'm so excited, I'm gonna let.
Oh, you almost did it.
Since the rule's not applied yet, I'm still gonna do the right thing.
They're pre-applied.
They're pre-applied.
Oh, so okay, pre-applied. Okay, all right. So I will let Wack now go on from here forward. So take it away.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Fresh out of Facebook jail, I'm allowed to entertain you in the chat room this week. I'm so excited. Woo! Don't let other people post things that you could get in trouble for. Anyways, moving right along. So tonight's segments we have our Would You Rather game. Is going to be headed up by Wack. Paddy is going to have the trending topics and the meme of the week. Frack has this day in history, and I believe we also threw in some local news in there if we can get to it. And Frick has the make a recommendation. Follow that up. Frack has chocolate mousse cake and rum and cola. All right. Yes, that is some drinking food right there. Excuse me, can you teleport some chocolate mousse cake?
I'm like, why didn't we get a piece before the show so we could critique you? I don't understand.
So now when we see you tomorrow, we get day old chocolate mousse cake that hopefully you won't drunkenly eat all of tonight?
That's okay. All right. So I will explain this later when I talk about the food segment.
So send my son to go get some now? Is that what you're telling me?
No, man. Okay, I wasn't ready for this kind of pressure and this questioning already. Oh, I need a drink.
It came out like crap.
I would never pressure you like that.
Oh shit!
See, well, because you can't. Yeah, exactly. So of course. Still, thank you, Paddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, whatever.
But okay, but I will explain a little bit later why.
You're still stalling.
I have to explain it during the segment. If not, I can't give all the goods away at once. There's things.
I know, right?
Since when do you hold back on giving out?
Man, I'm glad I'm getting a cold drink because I'm already feeling the heat.
Yeah.
All right. So essentially, okay, the recipe was not perfect, but it came out okay. And
every girlfriend you've ever had?
Ouch. Ouch.
I'm on a roll today. I'm sorry.
On a roll. I mean, you know what? All of a sudden, there's no cake left for Frick.
That's okay. My love handle say I got enough.
What's up, guys? All right. So anyways, yes, we appreciate everybody being here. Apparently, we're not going to get to try any chocolate mousse cake, but Carlos is going to
drink.
And also...
No, you have to drink. No, you have to drink.
Use another pillow. And
I spilled my drink.
Oh, she already spilled her drink.
All right.
All right, we're going to drink. So hopefully you are escaping politics, you are escaping rallies, you're escaping all the other craziness that's going on in the world. You're grabbing a drink and you're hanging out with us because our guest tonight is a very good friend of ours from back in the XFC days, Mr. Cyrus Fees, and he's going to be coming to us from Tennessee. So very excited to have him on a little bit later tonight at the 10:30 mark. And then, of course, we'll give you our niches of business and a closing quote to set you up and on your way, but that comes much, much later after many more of these. And we always have a game that we play that hopefully Patty is ready to tell us about now that her butt is wet
Yes.
for no good reason.
She's got a wet ass butt.
Wet ass
Oh
butt.
Lord. Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
Mom.
our games are you decide and would you rather, and if you get two choices, and you have to decide which one you would choose or which one you would rather do. And if you are the only one to choose that choice, then you have to drink. And if we all choose the same choice, we drink together.
Which I like.
Yes. And sorry, real quick, I wanted to just say thank you, Larry, for being a nerd and putting that comment. I appreciate you as a fellow nerd.
Frick, what's keyword of the night?
So we've changed it up. If you didn't catch it, if we call each other by our government names, have to drink. So.
Well, you guys never call me by my government name, so that.
Well, okay, your
Well, we'll call you a-hole.
assumed
Call you
government
hey
name.
guy.
So yes, if you hear us say Erica, Carlos, TJ, or Brooke, have to drink, yell at us, all that fun stuff.
Drink, come on.
So 4 drinks back to back is what you're saying.
Yep. And of course the hashtag. I really think I want to stick with the FFPW20 just to give us some trending with that. So moving along.
Good.
4.
Yeah, Rachel.
Oh, wait, hold on, I gotta take more.
Kelly, you'll be so proud of me. I love you so much. Here you go.
Hi, Kelly.
Are you drinking? No.
No, you're not. What is that?
Starbucks.
Fruit punch in Starbucks? What is it?
Yes.
I realized this from watching the last show that I have Jedi powers, and I will show you right now. Yes.
Oh boy. So if you're wondering about Patty and I's backgrounds, that is part of our good friend Cyrus Feast, who's going to be on the show later tonight. He opened Vision Quest VR in Johnson City. He's in the Johnson City Mall. Is a virtual reality storefront. Basically, you can go in and play games in virtual reality. Socially distance yourself into virtual reality.
I wonder
So
if I
it's
could
awesome.
do that.
They just did their grand opening, I believe, last week. So he'll be on later to tell us all about that. Their tagline for the night is Escape Reality, which I love. So very cool. Excited for him to take on that venture and bring some fun to the neighborhood of Johnson City. So
Just give yourself a concussion, dude.
That one was massive. I'm looking at myself on replay. Jesus. Wow, that hurt. I'm sorry. I did not mean to take away from Cyrus's commercial here for VR. I need to escape reality for a moment because that just hurt. My God.
We can actually.
Anyways,
we got a couple minutes. We could talk about the local trending topics if we wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that. So, and please, as we're talking about these items, jump in the chat. If you're on Twitch, if you're on Facebook Live, let us know because and please, we know you guys know that we love to interact with you, but. As we're talking about things, let us. I see what you did.
Go ahead.
So what's the first one that we got going?
So I was looking over and looking some stuff. We are in the town of Lakeland, the city of Lakeland in Florida. For those that don't know, that's smack dab in between Tampa and Orlando. We are dead set in the middle. And our bummer news of the week is basically that the city of Lakeland mask mandate extended to October 5th with a 4-3 vote.
Doesn't really. I mean, for myself, it doesn't really affect me too much because I
Will
don't
affect
go
you
out that
tomorrow
often.
during sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, you're coming tomorrow? Yay.
We never told him.
Oh yeah, thanks for letting me know just now. I guess I'm not.
So yeah, it's one of those things that it doesn't matter what side you kind of fall on. You just I guess you just have to fall in line. And yeah, it sucks. Don't be a mask hole, either side of it. Whatever it is, what it is.
Can we copyright that?
Yeah, no, we can't. It's already done.
I'm sure it's already done.
But also falling in line with that, the first 2 games of Lakeland High School football were canceled due to COVID. Whether a team member or a staff member or somebody, yeah, they will not be rescheduled. They were going to play Jenkins, which is a very big rivalry game.
Yeah,
kind of. Just a local rivalry game.
Yeah. Have another drink.
I think the other one was Plant City. I'm not sure. But yeah, first 2 games canceled. That sucks. And then looking at stats, we were looking at 67 confirmed. We talked about this on Tuesday when we were prepping, but 67 confirmed cases across 36 campuses.
Jeez.
So it's like,
Are we talking high schools and colleges, or just high schools?
Yeah, basically all of Polk County schools.
Polk County schools.
Okay, all right.
67 confirmed cases. So they're canceling the first 2 games. They extended the mask mandate. And in terms of schools, it's over 67 cases total.
Wow.
Which is, there's 100 on 36 campuses. So that's like 2 cases of each on each of those campuses. And there's over 150 campuses and 100,000 plus students in Polk County.
I got a phone call today that the confirmed case at the kid.
And then, of course, they're confirming, which we all know, everything's a confirmed case. Any type of flu you get, blah, blah, blah. It's all.
Achoo.
Yeah.
Corona.
So my sneeze earlier is now confirmed.
Corona.
Yes. And yep. And virtually now we're all going to catch it.
Okay, cool.
Moving along in those topics, but Glam Color Bar is a new salon that just opened. They did their ribbon cutting at their new location.
Oh, they're actually, they've been around.
It's their new location. They did their ribbon.
Okay, yeah, isn't it downtown or?
I did not look. It was in a quick article, and I just
okay.
So they did it. Big Lots. We were at Big Lots the other day. They're already starting to put out their Christmas stuff.
I'm so sad because we went the other day after Tyler's haircut, and there was all this cool stuff that I wanted for fall. And we had the smaller car, the Model A, and TJ's like, "We'll come back."
Drink.
Ah, dang it.
She should have to drink.
All right.
It should
So,
be the offender, right?
Wack said we could come back later, and we did. We went back like
went?
4 or 5 days later, and like 90% of it's gone. All the Christmas stuff is out.
Really?
And
That quick?
there's like no fall stuff. It's all Halloween and Christmas.
No, so we're not doing Thanksgiving either then.
Oh no, they did Thanksgiving last week.
Oh,
Oh, for 1 week. Wow, they're so generous.
Hi, Aunt Di. Oh, it was my cousin Shane's birthday.
Yes.
He turned 29 for the 11th year in a row, 12th year in a row.
It's today, right?
Yeah, it's today.
But also, Frick's special someone is also their birthday today, right?
Yeah, happy birthday, Kay.
The
Happy
big
birthday,
Kay.
Barbie.
I didn't say it. You can't yell at me.
We love you, man.
It's Wack's fault.
Happy birthday to my cousin Shane, the big 4-0, and happy birthday to Kay.
You don't even know how old he is.
The unknown. He looked like he's about 25.
Right?
So we'll get it.
Look, the way I see it now, when you get to a certain age range, I know that I'm at the place where I'm old enough to kick your ass, or no, young enough to kick your ass, and old enough to afford the lawyer.
Well, you get to go backwards down to like 21, and then you start back up, right? That's how it works.
I say you don't age until you hit like milestones, like 40, 50, 60.
Right.
The rest of the numbers in between are just.
I'm just like,
I'm lucky enough to still look 20.
Ish.
Just right.
Anyways, continue on.
Actually, let's start with the would you rather's then, so we can get into
go
that.
into those. We'll talk about some other ones.
Yeah.
Other local trending topics later.
Fricky.
Fricky back.
Oh,
Okay.
this is my segment. Yay! Would you rather? So we get to hit it up. Let's do one at a time. That way we'll do one at a time instead of two. We'll go one at a time.
All right.
Frick. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck
I read that wrong.
or 100 duck-sized horses?
Listen, 100 cock-sized horses is a little ridiculous, Patty. Just a little ridiculous.
Cock-sized horses.
Horse-sized cock. I wasn't gonna go that direction, but I just did.
I'll go with. Okay.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized cock or 100 cock-sized horses? They're horse-sized duck. Got it.
Do we get to pick which size?
Oh.
I don't think you're saying quack quack.
Okay, I think I would go
Patty,
with.
you can go ahead and tell us what you would choose.
I would rather fight the one horse-sized duck, right?
Yes.
You'd rather fight a horse,
wait.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fight a horse, not a
One
duck.
horse.
Okay. I really
wanna fight
one
the
giant duck.
100
You want to
ducks.
fight a 100 duck-sized mini horses? You're evil.
100 ducks.
At least you could kick them because they can't like.
Duck-sized horses. Okay, so they're miniature horses.
Miniature,
Yes.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
You want 100 of those?
I'll take 100.
I don't think I could fight ducks.
Oh, nay.
Because they're so cute.
Ducks are meaner. Have you not walked around the lake?
Those are geese. Geese are mean.
Geese are
They're evil too.
Are nice. Ducks are
Cracking
nice.
up.
And they're easily scared.
Shane says 100. He's going for the 100.
But one giant duck like that? Are you kidding me? It'll peck and the poop. Oh,
It would probably poop on you.
So
But horses
yeah.
poop on
What's your
everything
answer?
too.
I'm going with the 100 mini horses.
All
That's
right.
what I said.
All right. Frick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said the 1. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the change up. I'm sorry. Okay,
The
so
100
okay,
also.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna have. You gotta go with the little things that you can kick and
Right?
children.
Because like a big giant Howard the Duck is not gonna be like. It's not gonna go over well.
Like, I don't want to see myself wrestling that. Like, no thanks. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
Frack, give us your number 1.
Okay, so mine is: would you rather eat any food and it always tastes like sour candy, or drink any liquid and it always tastes like flat soda?
Ugh.
So, Frick, what is your choice?
I like sour candy, so I'm going sour candy.
That's bull.
I have cavities, but whatever.
No, but it just tastes like it. Doesn't mean it is.
Patty?
Sour candy.
Yeah,
I love sour candy.
I gotta go sour candy too, buddy.
I don't know. I would rather taste flat soda because I want to taste my lasagna. I want to taste, the chocolate mousse cake that I made. I want to taste all these different things. I can deal with flat soda.
True story. We didn't think about it. Every
Everything.
food will be sour candy, or
Yeah, eat any food.
like just drink water. It tastes like flat soda. It's like, oh, okay.
Mm.
All right, I'm switching my answer. It's allowed.
I brought one back to my side.
Yeah, there you go. We're at a stall. Patty, question
Both are
1.
terrible. Okay, this was themed for another person. But anyways, would you rather your kid throw up in your mouth or have a blowout on your favorite shirt?
Oh.
And a blowout is poop for like
For
explosive
non-parents.
poop for non-parents.
I know in chat Diane answered neither for my option, but I'm going with that one on yours.
Frick.
I would absolutely do throw up in your mouth, because that I can at least rinse out.
Frack.
I'll go with a blowout. I'm sorry. Just no.
You
I
have
can
to like
clean a shirt.
completely shower after that, because it's everywhere.
I don't mind showering. I don't mind showering. It's okay. I can change a shirt.
I
Just
want
You don't have to
all
throw
over.
up. You don't have to swallow it.
It's in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It's, I'm not a mama bird. No.
According to COVID, the minute
Spit it
anything
out.
goes in your mouth, it goes through your whole body.
Spit
Wait,
it out.
and you
that's-
have a child, you don't like chew food and give it to your child? It's the same freaking thing.
No, I don't.
Really, you don't?
No.
All
Okay,
right,
so
Chad,
I
let's-
have chewed up food and gave it to your son as he was like younger, so just so you know.
Great.
Does it
You're
mean that
welcome.
they're to be like 8 feet tall now?
Yeah.
He's got the tall jeans.
Yes.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Throw up.
Are you guys serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chewed up
Well,
food.
he's
It's
thrown
all
up
right.
in the mouth before,
It's
so,
50-50 again. It's all right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you poop on my shirt, whatever.
No, it's not just poop.
It's a blow, whatever. I'm gonna take it off and throw it in the trash and go
Yeah.
buy a new favorite shirt. No shirt I own, can't I just rebuy?
I can also just rinse out my mouth.
And
not throw away any clothes.
Like chunks of hot dog and
Come on.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, get to yours. Get to yours,
In
man.
your hand,
yeah, whatever. No.
in your body
You
hair.
didn't say all that. You said on your favorite shirt.
Yeah.
That's all you
It's
said.
But you
okay.
still have to like pull it up to take it off, so it's now
It's a
going
blowout.
across
Wow,
your
you pull it
face.
up like this.
It's a blowout. Apparently, they don't understand. this.
Yeah, I was like, have you guys never seen a real blowout? Like, it's
Is that a hard-boiled egg
everywhere.
with a shirt on?
And it's mushy and chunky.
All right, moving along before we discuss our viewers.
Yeah, we lost half. Thank you.
Here we go. COVID. Here we go. Would you
COVID.
rather lose your sense of smell or lose your sense of taste?
Both.
Smell all day.
Yeah, smell.
Well,
Smell. Yeah, that's social.
Unanimous social.
All right, kids.
There's not that many things that smell great, but there's
Now,
a lot of things that smell bad.
Frick, back up to number one.
Would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized T-Rexes
Chicken.
Wow.
or one T-Rex-sized chicken? Chicken man!
It's like Godzilla.
Fight 100 chicken sizes. Okay, it's the same thing as my last question.
Yeah, it is.
But they're
But it-
Yeah, it's the
man.
same. They're just
They
animal.
still have those claws and those teeth.
And they're T-Rexes. Ah!
100 chicken sized T-Rex. I
All we
mean,
have to do is ask my dad where he gets his chicken wings from, and we could actually go
Right?
see a T-Rex sized chicken.
Right?
Winter Circle has the biggest wings ever, so
Ever.
we need to find this farm because then we can do a real life.
Which,
comparison.
congratulations, Dad. You were in the top 5 for how many categories?
4 categories.
4 categories. I only got 1. So high five, Dad.
The best
We
of
need you guys
Central
love.
Florida.
Go to the Winter Circle page on Facebook, and the last post that is there has all 4 links in the post. We need
You
you
can't-
guys to vote,
Oh, yeah.
vote daily for the next 10 days until the 20th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, I'm just thinking now. What?
Best wings.
Takeout.
And best sports bar.
Sports bar.
Best
Okay,
happy hour, sure, whatever. Best
All right. We gotta stay on target.
Prices in general.
What size T-Rexes do you want? 100 of them or 1?
I'll take 100 chicken sized T-Rexes again.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
Little baby
I
T-Rex.
am gonna go with
You'll fight the big.
one giant chicken. Because chickens, I mean, they're not that strong.
No, and it's all you break their head off and they just
Yeah, and they just
mow
run
over-
around.
mow big
Their head
mow over
off.
buildings. and-
Has
Oh
nobody
my
seen
goodness,
here
no.
Jurassic Park?
Jumping ahead a little bit, it's not my this day in history thing, but today in history, I forget what year. It was a long time ago. But there was this chicken, they cut off its head and it still lived for 18 months after that. And they felt, the people who cut off the chicken's head, they were going to have it for dinner. And they felt so bad for it that it was still alive and running around that they just kept feeding it in its neck. They would just drop like corn pellets and stuff in its neck and feed
Here's
it.
your trachea.
Yeah.
Okay, that is some Santeria voodoo stuff happening
Yeah,
right there.
target.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, just keep going.
100.
Frack.
Yeah.
I said 100. Yeah.
I think we all did. No,
Yeah.
except for Patty.
Okay, so Patty gets the drink. So all right. So mine is. I always make mine so inconvenient. So would you rather always be sweaty, no matter the weather, or always feel like there's a rock stuck under your foot when walking?
Under my foot anyways. I have a bone spur. So
All
there's
right.
that.
So Frick is going with the stone.
Yeah.
How about you, Patty?
I'm going with stone.
Whack.
Stone.
Same here. Unanimous.
Hey, I can't be sweaty, man. I hate it.
Yeah,
Hate it.
Florida's bad
Yeah,
enough.
I'm already
I'm
uh-uh.
sweaty enough already. I don't want to be
Sweaty
sweaty
enough
all
to
the time.
a couple extra.
All right, Patty. What's your second one?
Would you rather get a hug and a kiss from your child or for them to verbally say, I love you?
Frick.
Words don't mean shit. Yes.
Frack.
I wasn't going to go like that, but I'd rather get a hug and kiss. Yeah.
Hi.
Hug and a kiss.
I'll stick with these. I'm gonna kiss.
I know we wanted him to say I love you for the longest time, but there's more emotion when he gives you a giant hug or a kiss and he looks you in the eye. It's so cute. That's just
Last question on this subject before we move along. Would you rather it snow or rain for 7 days straight?
well, that's easy.
Have you lived up north? You
Yeah.
have. Have you lived up north?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I just
I
said
haven't.
like 7 days. It's gonna kick on for 7 days. I had 30 days straight.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
that would be a Noah incident.
7 days. Snow or rain? Frick.
Rain all day. Snow sucks.
Come on, haters. Frack.
Rain all day or a day.
Come on,
Snow!
haters.
She's like, yeah, go live in it. No.
I don't understand how you wouldn't go with.
Hey, then it's gone.
it's
After
seven-
7 days, it's gone.
You not understand snow?
I work from home.
I
You
work
like
from
drive
home.
on it, it
Out.
becomes black ice. Like, no.
No, I did not say anything about it freezing. I didn't say. I said it's just.
What is
snowing.
snow?
It's just a nice, pretty
What
snow.
What
is
is
of
snow?
2-3 inches.
Snow is the rapper from Canada that did a famous song Informer.
Listen, In the
Boom.
rain, there's a whole bunch of crap that you just like miserable to go do. In the snow, you can go out and go snowboard and go snow sled and go have fun.
All right, I'm gonna switch topics.
Alrighty.
Good. We're 4 minutes over.
This is
Back
my
on time.
segment.
There we go.
National trending topics. Frick, would you like to tell us your first topic?
Yes. So UFC Hall of Famer oh, goodness
Meow.
gracious, Randy Couture injured in an ATV accident. So I did not know who this person was. I had to look at the picture. So yes. My second one. Oh, guys, the Kardashians is being canceled next year. Oh my gosh.
Whatever is this world gonna do
Oh my
without
gosh.
a TV show?
I bet you. I bet you there is somebody
read
crying.
a little bit of the article, and I
Why?
guess they were talking about, well, because it was in
I
your
was being
thing.
funny.
But I guess they asked,
Rude.
or there was rumor about the mom going on Real Housewives or something like that, and I'm like, don't you have to be married for that?
Oh, womp womp.
She's not a
Maybe
housewife.
she's still married to Jenner legally and nobody knows.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I stopped keeping up with the Kardashians
Right? Like
10 years ago.
8
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, zero.
All right, Frack.
Yes, Frack.
All right.
Is
Get on with it.
anybody keeping up with the Kardashians anymore? No, that's why it's
I
being.
don't, yeah, I haven't been keeping up since the first episode. So, all right. Now for mine, well, it seems that finally, speaking of shows continuing and whatnot, apparently Walking Dead is finally ending. It's finally walking to death.
Yes,
I thought it was.
So-
and no.
That was a little sad.
Yes, and
But
no.
it's kind of
So,
run its course.
it is going to. You watch your mouth.
I,
There
I,
is-
I knew this was going to hurt Wax feelings.
Season 11 is going to be 24 episodes. They're spreading it across 2021 and 2022. They haven't said whether they're splitting it into 8-segment episodes or 12 to figure it out. I don't know, Carlos, if you were going to say any of this, you can.
Oh, man, come on.
Drink.
Drink. Sorry, man. I don't know if you were going to say any of this or how in depth you were going to get with it. So.
I was going to give you your time. Go ahead.
But basically what they're doing is they are also going to do a Daryl and Carol spinoff. The way that they worded it, I can't tell if they're doing them individually or if it's going to be a Daryl Carol spinoff where they go on their own together, which I could very much see based on a lot of the buildup of everything that they've been doing and everything they've gone through. Is I'm hoping that it will be them together going into the future, because that would make for a really cool story. And then the other storyline that they already have spun off and going is that they have another one that's supposed to be starting either this year or next. But it was they're talking about you're going to see a lot of new characters. They're going to expand on storylines of other characters.
Is the other one?
Franchise development,
The other one
etc.
is separate.
Is the camp where Rick is?
I know, and they are doing the movie. They've got a movie coming up about Rick Grimes. So it's actually, while they're ending The Walking Dead, they are expanding on other horizons of the storyline. So that will be very cool to see.
Yeah.
Because that will allow them to do more things. Anyways.
All right. So on that. Now, my other topic was talking about, and this is kind of weird and wow moment within the financial industry, where you have a first female CEO in a major bank. You have not seen that ever. This is the first time since the beginning of banks and financial industry. So this is pretty amazing. I put up the link on there, but it's this nice Canadian lady, or she was on here and basically. No, wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry. She's British. I apologize. Not Canadian.
Scotland born.
Scotland born. Yeah. So great. The UK, Great Britain, Scotland's in there. I'm sorry. I apologize if I offended anybody. Too bad.
Who cares? If you're offended, get off our show.
But come back and share. Anyways, but
you can't. We don't do much to offend anybody on this show.
I know.
You're very
So But anyway, but it's amazing, like I said, seeing this kind of movement, you know, within a very male-dominated industry. So that was pretty cool seeing that a first time ever. So anyways, I'll let Patty get to her stuff now. So
There you go.
Okay. I thought this was pretty neat. Taylor Swift, she just released a new album, and she is ranked at #1 on the Billboard 200 right now. And with that, with this new #1 album, she ties Whitney Houston for the most weeks at #1 on the Billboard 200 for a female artist,
wow,
Girl.
which
Holy
is
cow.
46 weeks with a #1, with a being at #1. Whitney did it with just 2 songs, and Taylor Swift has like a variety of songs. So
Yeah.
I mean, go Whitney.
Yeah.
But so they are at 46 weeks, but the most overall between male, female artists, groups, etc., is the Beatles, and they hold the title at 123 weeks.
So is that like the same song or just multiple songs for multiple weeks?
Multiple songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was going to be one song, holy wow.
It's like, dang. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Just over all time,
Okay.
it's been at #1 for
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
total.
Nice.
Very cool.
And then my second topic was football is back.
And
There's a game
now
tonight.
we really need to.
Texas versus the Chiefs. And my one of my fantasy football teams, I have Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback, so I'm missing that game right now
You're gonna
to be
win
here
this
with you
league.
guys. So you're welcome.
And every Thursday, so we gotta get a fire stick.
Yeah, we
for
gotta
this
get a fire
room
stick in our
because-
Bedrooms so we can watch the
because if not,
TV
we're
in the
gonna have
background.
to switch show nights. Because we when we planned this show, we did not think football season would ever be back ever. So,
Yeah.
We
That-
didn't think this would be successful. So there's that.
Well,
too.
I didn't think we'd still be doing this. I thought we were just doing it for the lockdown, and that was it. And we'd be hanging out in the living room.
that's true. I didn't know it would be this night forever. It would kind of do this.
Not that there's
Yeah.
any other night.
No.
Yeah.
One-
Just deal with it and come back.
Thursday.
All right. Wackety, wackety, whack.
All right, so my topic was electric truck maker Nikola. Their stock shares are up 53%, as GM has purchased 11% of the company. So I thought that was really cool. I bought Nikola back at $11 a share. I bought 3
because
shares
we
of
couldn't
it.
afford Tesla.
And yeah, because we couldn't afford Tesla. No, and then we bought Tesla.
And then we bought it. anyways.
But yeah, so I bought Nikola. Nikola is they mostly hang out in the electric semi truck niche, but they've now expanded to more of a regular pickup truck, and they've got a cool looking pickup truck coming out. But
Looks like a Ridgeline.
Nikola has been coming along in
like-
the electric making, and now GM has backed them. The 11% of the company equaled out to $2 billion investment, and they also grabbed 1 board seat. So good for GM, good for Nikola. Happy to see the electric vehicle makers making some big waves, because that's the wave of the future. So I jumped on it earlier. I think stock shares are they're right around $40 now.
Yeah.
So eventually I expect Nikola to go up to about 150 in the next 2 years or so. We'll see. Anyways, my second one is Peloton is releasing their new Bike Plus for $2,500. And if you know, Pelotons had been for sale for around that $2,500 to $3,000, all the way up to one of their top models was $4,500 for the bike, which is just
crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. But they're releasing Bike Plus is their new bike for $2,500.
Are
It's
these
about-
stationary or like mountain bikes?
These are stationary,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they have a big 12-inch screen on them. And
Oh,
you can
that's that
program-
bike. Got it.
And you can ride programs and live.
They do
classes,
live
and
classes.
It's
That's
really
their
cool.
That's their big thing is
Yeah.
like no one else is doing live classes.
That's
And
awesome.
now a lot of people are starting to get into it. Like
Yeah.
Bowflex is starting to get in and
They're not
make a
live.
shift toward that market. They're not there yet, but they're working. They've already just said that they're working toward it. But yeah, so Bike Plus is coming out for $2,500. The bike before it was average price at about $2,800, and they are giving $350 refunds to some of their recent purchasers, which is pretty cool of them to say, hey,
We just lowered our price.
We just lowered our price on our
And you
bike.
bought a
We're-
full price
We're
bike.
sorry. Here's some money back. So if you recently purchased a Peloton, you may want to reach out to them and see if you got a refund check coming. So
That's really kind of cool. They
It
didn't
is.
have to do that.
no, they absolutely did. And they could be like, it's your fault for not catching on that we were releasing a new bike. You know?
I'm sure there's a movement behind that and a
I'm
reason.
sure there
but-
is too, but that's still really cool. Apple
Yeah.
would never do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Apple's like, here's our new phone. Pay us $100 more than last year.
essentially.
It's the same phone, but it's just updated.
Oh,
It's just got the new updates in it.
Oh.
2% more battery life.
Yeah. Moving
On
on.
to our next segment.
Memes.
Meme of the week.
Meme it.
So, I wanted to stay on the whole fight thing. So, and we all know that I love Keanu Reeves. So, girls after having a fight never talks and bitches about, and boys after having a fight just, that was a pretty good fight, huh? That was my favorite part of that.
Yeah, that was a John Wick 3 movie, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good one.
Frack.
Yeah, mine is not so much fight, but it's more like I guess assassination. So it's somewhere along the fight lines here, but it's talking about extended warranties, which is how I feel every time I get that phone call. So I don't know who you are, but if you keep calling me about my car's extended warranty, I will find you and I will kill you. I'm sorry. I still get those.
What kind of list are you guys on? And don't anybody go put me on a list, but I don't get these calls.
Really?
Get them. About my Jeep that I've never owned.
Then again, I don't answer my phone. Erica put you down. She bought
Oh,
her.
come on. What you say her name for?
Call
Drake.
this. He said, call this hooker.
I get update your Google listings a lot. I do get stuff about my Jeep, and I'm like, yo, I sold the specific Jeep that you're asking about like 2 years ago. Like, hello.
All right, so I was just browsing some memes, looking for the word jumble like that a kid did, and they turned it into their teacher, and they had the letters SHRAT, and they put down that it was shart. And it was really trash.
This is what happens when you get homeschooled.
And I'm like, that is hilarious.
I don't care who you are. That's funny.
yeah,
That's good.
This is what happens when you homeschool.
Not even homeschooling, but that was the first thing that came to
Why
my
would
mind.
you teach your kid shart?
Maybe it's
Why
happened on
teach
more than one
your kid?
occasion.
That's public school where they go and they talk to other kids and they learn the word shart.
Right.
Sure it is.
It's not always a
Where are
parent's
they
fault.
learning shart at home?
Moving
I
on.
mean, depends on who your daddy is.
Yeah.
Like,
This
Yo,
guy
daddy.
doesn't talk about sharts.
Sharts.
Tyler started earlier.
Tyler shart.
Yeah,
Tyler shart.
Tyler started earlier.
He did.
asshole.
At least it wasn't a blowout.
All
Right?
right, Pat. What's your meme?
My meme is something. Yeah. This is my only non-political meme of the week. And it is
Proud of you.
Hallelujah.
2020. At least once a day, I walk outside and say, computer, end program.
I did see that one.
Right?
Like,
I did see that.
can we,
Is that
what
it?
is going on in this program? Can we end program move on?
You know how many tickets I had today with, could you just reboot your computer, please?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Just
That was me
restart.
today.
That
End
was
program.
3.
End program.
Anyway.
So that is my meme of the week.
All right. So hopping on over now to this day in history. So I guess we can start with Frick. You got your 2 here, so go ahead and jump on in.
Sorry, I was on the wrong screen.
I've
All
almost hit everybody.
1961 Italian Grand Prix accident. 14 spectators are killed during the Italian Grand Prix while Baron Wolfgang von tripped.
Hey,
You also did. How did 2 of you use mine and I took?
You guys are hilarious.
Well, I got yelled at because
Not
I
have
couldn't
that
say
in
the
there.
other thing.
Well, you're saying Italian also.
I put his in there when I put wax in.
What's up, Tony? Good seeing you, buddy.
I don't want to say it anymore. He's
Oops.
died.
That's all right. I had an extra one in there for him. So.
Okay.
That's okay. She put 3 in there, so I'll just delete out the first one.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
even look.
I did wax this day in history because he busy this week.
I was busy.
It's all right.
Moving on.
Uh, 2017, Hurricane Irma makes landfall. Was a Category 4 after causing catastrophic damage throughout the Caribbean. Irma resulted in 134 deaths. And this is the part that I really liked because I thought it was cool, not that it was actually something that was fun. Anyways, but it cost $64.76 billion in damage. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Speaking of Hurricane Irma, tomorrow is your last day if you have a roof claim dating back to the damage from that.
Any
So, or
insurance
any sort of insurance claim pertaining back to Hurricane Irma damage. Tomorrow is your last day to call your insurance company and start a claim. So
it doesn't have to be closed tomorrow.
It doesn't have to
just
close.
has to be started,
you just have to start the claim tomorrow. So if you have damage from Hurricane Irma, and you waited 3 years to do anything about it,
it's Rona.
Tomorrow's your last day. If not, you need to talk to a public adjuster.
And tomorrow being September 11th, 2020.
2020. Yep, you have 3 years.
Yeah,
3 years from the date of the storm to whether it's a windstorm or a hurricane. You have a named storm. You have 3 years.
Not the windstorm. You have, I think, 5 years.
Yeah.
Any other claim, you have 5 years, as long as it's not a named storm.
If you need help with your claim, we know public adjusters. If you need a new roof, we know roofing companies. So get at us.
All right. Cool. All right. So from that, today I'm going to talk about a nice thing. 2 people were born on September 10th, and this was back. Both of these people were born back in 1968. One of them being Guy Ritchie, very famous individual in the film industry, and also Big Daddy Kane. And I was so surprised that Frick did not know who Big Daddy Kane was.
I had to go. I was like, who is that?
So yeah,
my bad.
Big influencer back in the rap days and hip hop and everything else. Also, my second fact is back in 1823, Simón Bolívar, who was considered like the first president, if you will, of Venezuela. He actually was a liberator. He also created Gran Colombia. He also helped liberate Peru and Ecuador, Colombia, and in Venezuela and the Suriname area, Grenada and everything. So anyways, but he became named president of Peru back in 1823. So that guy's got a long history. If anybody ever wants to, you can watch this series Bolivar, Bollivar. It's I believe it's still on Netflix. So,
I think you just wanted to say a lot of R's tonight.
All right, Patty, go ahead.
All right. In 1977, the last person to be executed in France by guillotine happened today.
Leave it to Brooke to get off.
I am not sure how to pronounce this guy's name or woman's name, but Hamida Dubia.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, Hamida Jandoubi.
Sure, what Frack said. He was convicted, or this person was convicted and sentenced to death for the murder of a 21-year-old Elizabeth Bequet. Yeah. I'm great with foreign names, as you can tell.
Yeah. I'm gonna always pick my trending topics to be names that I can't say.
I handle most of foreign affairs here, so it's all right, group. Don't worry.
Okay, in 1950, Joe DiMaggio becomes the first to hit 3 home runs in a game, and that was done at Griffith Stadium. And I added another one in just for giggles. In 1976, 2 airliners. See, I didn't have any well, I did have a death. So.
Are you kidding me? Not this.
We added this one for giggles. Ready, go, Patty.
Haha. Yeah, she's laughing.
Oh goodness.
I was, when I read this, I was like, how does this actually happen?
I'm sorry.
Like, okay, anyway. 2 airliners collided over Yugoslavia.
And
the funny part is, how do they collide? How do you not know?
Well, in 1976, I don't think their radar was that great.
1976, that's not that long ago.
That's what, 50 years ago?
People were flying in, I don't know, it started a long time. Flying happened forever ago.
But technology hasn't been forever ago.
In the 40s. So,
yeah.
I mean, 1976, we should have some decent radar.
Well, it's okay. By now, Yugoslavia no longer exists, so it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They
Yeah,
don't exist
yeah,
anymore.
they're just-
Neither do the 176.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
Wow. Okay. And,
Wack, go to yours, please.
he went there. We'll move along. That way people stay watching our show.
Sorry. Not funny. Not
Drink.
funny.
That's where we're left.
1975.
The only thing funny is that they.
You're done. You're done. Back. You're done. We want to keep people on this show. Jesus.
Paddy the Death Machine. Anyways.
1975, rock band Kiss released their first album, Alive. Yeah.
Wow. That was
1984, the first episode of daily syndicated version of Jeopardy with Alex Trebek was hosted.
Oh, nice.
1975.
And Jeopardy is coming back on again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming back.
So very.
Who's the host?
Trebek still.
Trebek.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's coming back
Still
after
alive?
cancer treatment.
He is.
Yeah, he just got cancer.
He is working.
You think he's
still.
in remission, right? Or-
Yeah. From pancreatic cancer, I believe, right?
Which is really hard to beat. Like pancreatic cancer is.
Yeah.
There's
That-
a very
that-
small percentage of people who actually beat that. So.
Tony,
Yeah, I mean-
it's Starbucks. I am sorry.
All right, Frick, I believe you need to now go into your stuff so we can try to get somewhat on time-ish. I bet we're doing good. We're doing good.
We're doing all right. We caught up.
Cut up.
All right.
Oh, by the way, hold on a second. Patty, when you click on the link, be careful.
Do not click on the link. That's all.
Okay, don't click on the link. It's okay. I'll post the links. I got this.
So that way we prep everybody. We had to pick songs. So our friend that we're interviewing tonight is Cyrus. He is a ring announcer and color commentator, MMA color commentator for multiple MMA organizations, as well as he just opened Vision Quest virtual reality and virtual reality storefront, basically, where you can go in and get some gaming on in Johnson City. But basically, we said that these theme songs and movies are going to be for surrounded by like fights. So what's our walkout song, or what's our fight movie? So that's my intro there. Good, take it away.
So are we doing both?
Yeah. We'll do both.
Do it whatever
Do-
order you have it in.
Do
I
the
just
song
want-
first.
No,
You want to
I
do song then movie or song and movie?
do song and movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my walkout song is LL Cool J. Mama said knock you out.
I like it.
And my movie, I chose Die Hard 2. I had to go with a classic.
All right.
Frack.
So my song is by Dropkick Murphys, Ballroom Hero, because that's always a good fight. And then my movie was Ip Man. So, of course, doing martial arts and everything. He was the founder of Wing Chun. So, yeah.
I'm so glad you said that because I always thought that was just IP man because I think of internet protocol. So thank you so much.
He was a computer tech back in in the 60s.
I had no clue. Thank you.
Jadakiss,
I
the
see that.
champ is here. What song?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, and then my movie was Rocky because it's just iconic.
My song was Metallica, Enter Sandman. And then my movie was 1988's Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Shocker,
Yeah.
never seen it.
It's a great Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
For sure. So awesome. Moving forward, we have
Guess
about 12
Oh,
minutes left. So we want to jump back into a couple of the local topics.
Oops. I
Well,
clicked the button for.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, let's do food and drink
Yeah.
real quick.
Get on it.
Yeah, okay. So for this week, for the food and drink, really, it was, again, I tell the story because it was, I had so many emotions making this freaking cake. So I made a chocolate mousse cake. I've been talking about it for like,
Yours would be a fracking cake because you didn't share it with anybody else.
You didn't share it with.
there's still cake, okay? I'm going to explain now what's happening here. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, again, we're posting here the recipe as well, and there's a video that's going to come up here shortly in a second. It's I took everything and condensed it into just a time lapse, but I was so freaked out because apparently the consistency was not staying. So I freaked out. If you look at the video in the first let's just start in the first 3-4 seconds of the video, I accidentally burnt some of the chocolate. So you see me opening the microwave and you just see this smoke rushing out. So And then I missed one. I was short one egg, and then I had to like take a break from one of those things, run to Publix, buy eggs, and come back. So it was just so many things happening at once, and yeah. But luckily, after I got everything done at the very end, it was settling. It made just fine, but it was the consistency was not staying. It was falling apart. So it wasn't staying. If you look at the video when I put the ganache on top of the chocolate mousse cake, it was kind of falling apart. So I put it, and instead of putting it in the fridge, I decided to put it in the freezer instead. And thank God that I did. So it's fine. It's I can pull it out.
Everything is fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
And then you can just play the smoke billowing out of the microwave.
May I play your video now, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. So, and you can watch this later on YouTube, and you can watch the video later on YouTube and make fun of me and go back to that moment.
I just saw the smoke.
Yeah, you'll see it right there. It goes poof.
Echoes happen.
Now, also the fact that I just noticed that maybe had been drinking a lot of rum that night could have had something to do with it.
You just noticed this? How many times were you watching this when you were editing it? I'm just curious.
I wasn't focusing on what was happening. I was focusing on production. Anyways, so yes, but again, it's a great cake.
On the video, it doesn't even look like you were that surprised that your chocolate was smoking.
Thank God for time lapse. You would have seen the reaction and how many times I said the F word.
Can we talk about these pants?
But yeah, let's talk about your beach pants.
These are amazing pants. Okay, first and foremost. Now, people don't believe it. They think like, oh, you have like
they're
this
not
long
pants,
thing.
people. They're leggings.
They're leggings.
They're yoga universe leggings. And
do you want the Starbucks?
And just to prove how amazing they are, I even wore them tonight.
Oh Lord.
So I mean, these things are beautiful. Look at this. Look at this.
No, sit down.
The universe.
Sit down. Nobody wants to see your nutsack. Jesus.
Anyways, so
Lord.
But the cake is fine now. It is good. It is edible. The family has tried it. Nobody's died yet. So we're all good to go. I will post a link for all that in the chat. Also, as again in the YouTube video in the future. And then the drink of this evening, I'm like, you know what? In honor of that video for last night, I'm just going to make a simple rum and cola tonight.
Screw that up.
This, I hope I can't. Because this cake, on a scale of like difficulty from 1 to 10, it was Gordon Ramsay. For me, at least. Because it was a little out of my element. I was so stressed I was eating some of the batter and everything. I'm just like, whatever, man. Just anyways. So yeah, but there's a chocolate mousse cake. Gonna make a rum and cola now. I'm gonna mute myself, start with the other extra topics if you'd like, and we'll kind of go from there. So less stress now. I'm good. It tastes fine. It's okay. I'll try to save some pieces for y'all. Don't yell at me.
Can we talk about you like dropping to your knees and praying too? Because that was pretty entertaining.
Because I was so freaked out that it wouldn't hold. I'm like, I was hoping it did like fall apart.
That's what she said.
Why you be so mean tonight?
I'm not being mean to you. I love you.
So again, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna break down now. Just you guys take over.
Aww, that's okay, best friend.
That's all right. I'm just gonna. Oh no, I don't need to open the drink. I'm gonna make a drink. All right. I'm gonna mute myself.
While he makes his drink, his rum and coke, we're gonna hop back up into the local trending topics. You want to take over where I left off?
It's rum and cola until we get sponsored by them. I'm not saying that.
Just mute.
Mute.
Oh.
Polk Museum of Art is back open.
Woo! So for anybody looking for something to do, and we are obviously there's our local trending topics pertaining to us here in Lakeland, Florida, Polk County area. So.
And where's the Polk Museum of Art? Just for the people that don't know and maybe want to visit it.
Yes, I don't have addresses.
It's downtown, right?
Yeah,
it's downtown.
800 East Palmetto Street.
Okay.
Lakeland, Florida. Don't be putting me on the spot.
I was just the general idea of downtown. I was.
The Silver Moon Drive-In.
Super excited about this.
They're having a Howl at the Moon horror movie marathon on October 1st. And they are doing 4 or 5 movies for $25.
And obviously they have 2 sides.
Yeah.
So one side they were doing is going to be themed kind of toward like zombies and vampires and characters and stuff. And then the other ones are kind of a couple of the the classics, but it's definitely all classics.
You see Carlos's shirt in the back.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he doesn't stand too far up, so we don't
Yeah.
have to see anything else.
You're muted. Still.
I heard my name.
Cyrus. There he is. You're muted too. Ha ha.
So what I miss?
Christian?
Yeah. Welcome, Cyrus. How are you?
I'm here.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Man, good to have you. Welcome to the Frack Paddy Wack Webcast, where we're just a bunch of goofballs on Thursday night.
I like it. Nothing wrong with that. I need that in my life right now. It's all
Exactly. That's our thinking. It's just a little bit of an escape.
good. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys have great backgrounds, by the way. Very, very good taste.
Yeah, just
We're trying.
just repping. Just gonna rep a little bit.
You don't use those every week, do you? It's just for me, isn't it?
It's
No,
for you.
No,
It's your
I'd
special.
use it every week.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good one. It really is.
But I think it's a good one to throw in the rotation. So
Yeah. Well, it's a great business, that Vision Quest VR. You guys ought to get one where you're at. Just saying.
Let's look into the franchise opportunity.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. So we're definitely going to give you some time to talk about that. But I wanted to introduce you to the rest of the squad. You got Frick over here.
That's me.
You got Frack.
What's up?
He's making it.
No.
This lady that you don't know is Paddy, and me, you don't know me as Wack. And that's just, we are, part of the drinking game for the night is that if we say each other's regular name, then the offender has to drink. And then I
Oh,
think
we're all drinking because it's more fun.
we just kind of made it to where everybody drinks. So
Okay.
Do you have
I
a
got it.
drink?
No, it's not nearly as cool as you guys. And it's gonna be It's gonna be keyed out too.
Oh.
So it's,
Mountain Dew.
look at that. It's a Diet Mountain Dew. I haven't been having those lately. They say it's not a good idea, but that's a whole other thing that I can't talk about. I'm doing great.
Everything's fine.
It sounds like there's a lawsuit
Everything's
pending
good
somewhere
here.
in that conversation.
There's a subject that we're not going to touch tonight. We're going to leave that one alone, and I'll tell you guys later in the chat room.
There we go. That works.
Our personal chat room, not the public one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wack.
Oh, for sure. So let's click over and get to the slide. Yes. So where we kicked off is we said, welcome our friend Cyrus Fees, owner and founder of Vision Quest VR. So we're excited for you to tell us about that. And then, of course, we have it down that you do your MMA play-by-play commentating and ring announcing. I've got UAE Warriors down. I've got EFC, Fight Nights Global. Is that other company in there as they make their comeback?
It is. The comeback is happening. How ironic that we would all be talking at this point.
I know,
But
right?
Sure.
it's crazy, right? But yeah, they're back on the scene. So we're gonna see how it goes, but it should be interesting.
Glad to see that they at least stuck with you.
We're talking about the XFC.
Thank you. I
Yes.
was like,
Sorry, talking about the XFC. Cyrus was the announcer for the XFC that we used to be prior to opening TBA Marketing.
okay.
That is the company that we worked for 10 years, and now they are under new ownership and going on. I believe NBC is what they were talking
NBC
about.
Sports.
Yeah, it should be cool. I mean, I've never been on NBC Sports before, so that's fun. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm excited. I'm glad to be brought in, and hey, I just like to stay busy, period. So hopefully it'll go back to prominence and even further. It'd be amazing. So
Yeah, so
we'll see.
that's exactly the thing. I know that the MMA and commenting side is a very big livelihood of both your life and your income and just everything in general. I know that it is a huge love of yours. So excited to see another job opportunity swing that direction, and it's one that's very familiar to you and Paddy and I. So
Well, it was the first one that got me on the national scene. It was a big opportunity. Shout out to Mr. John Prisco, if you're out there in the interwebs somewhere, just observing this, or you watch it later. Big shout out to John. I do appreciate the opportunity, and it led to a lot of cool things. So definitely appreciative of it. I like when things come full circle, and like I said, we'll see how the future goes. But I like to stay busy with it. I still love it, the profession. It's a lot of fun. I've been able to see the world, so I can't complain one bit.
So somebody that doesn't know anything about it, is this, forgive my wording because I don't know how to word it, is it kind of like a circus that like picks up and moves? Do you go places with it, or?
Kind of, yeah. It's a traveling show.
Okay.
Depending on the show, some shows stay in one region, and they do all the shows in the same region. That's how XFC started.
Okay.
Originally, they were in Tampa, just doing their thing, and then they just exploded out and started going all over the U.S. I work for some shows that go all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, some shows I've hit, 3 or 4 continents with the same show, which has been awesome just to see the world on somebody else's dime, no matter what you do. Outside of some jobs, I'm sure, but it's pretty cool because it gives you a whole wide range of thinking and worldview and all that. So it's pretty cool.
So does your family travel with you, or?
They're real.
Well, you might not want to talk about it. That's why I was sorry. Just trying to be wary of. I don't know what's off topic.
Hey, no, that's not it. But no, the wife and kids have traveled with me a little bit. Before we had kids, my wife got to travel with me a lot more. My oldest is 7 now. So it's been a little while since she's been able to really travel with me. But I took my daughter, who's 7, when she was 5 years old. I took her to South Africa with me for a show.
Oh wow! Nice.
So that was like really big on my list because I got to show her a whole nother side of the world. She got to see elephants and pet elephants and got kissed by an elephant and played with tiger cubs and lion cubs. It was like Joe Exotic.
So it is a traveling circus.
A long time ago.
Yeah, see, thank you. I used a great analogy.
Yeah, it works. It really is a circus, and I know that Paddy and Wack can definitely vouch that it is a circus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We had some great times. We traveled down to Brazil. We did some Brazil travel. We
to Arizona.
Our initial starting point was in Tampa, and grew the XFC to be the biggest in the South, in Florida, and then the biggest in the Southeast, branching into Tennessee and North Carolina, and then touching over into Kentucky, and we went to Albuquerque, and then we kind of hopped around for the most part, sticking between Tampa, North Carolina, and Tennessee was kind of the hub. In there a couple times in Nashville, Knoxville, and then Jackson, and then Louisville was great when we went to Kentucky. But yeah, it was nice. And then when they franchised down to Brazil, we were down there for 3 or 4 of the events we went down for, enough to where they were like, okay, we want you to buy an apartment down here, and we're like, no.
No, that is so generous. No,
no, yeah. Just the buffets by themselves, right? The barbecues were fun. Those Brazilian places were awesome.
They were.
I tell everyone who goes to the Brazilian steakhouses here, I'm like, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same, man.
The
the acai bowls, they're not the same.
Oh.
Yeah, were they actually churrascarias or?
Oh, absolutely, churrascarias, 100%.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, they were legit for sure, and
yeah,
I never got tired of eating at them, to be honest with you. Right. There's always something else you could eat.
A million different things to eat.
So delicious. Picanha is my jam to this day.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we had we just had Caprinas the other night.
Caprinas, yeah.
Gastropub.
We went to Gastropub and had it. We're like, that's what we're having.
Should I just go sit in the other room because I have no idea what the hell any of y'all are talking about?
But apparently the harmful drink to this day still is the cachaça, which I believe Paddy and Wack they said this is not because it's the Brazilian rum, but it's just a lot different, made from sugarcane, and they're going like, this is like a tequila. This is not like rum.
Not rum.
It was confusing. So
cachaça is in its own classification. I don't think it should be called rum.
Shouldn't be called rum.
Yeah.
No, I agree. 100%. They have good beer there though too. Good beer.
Made a lot of amazing friends down in Brazil. For even the success being short-lived down there, made a lot of wonderful friends that we're still friends with people on Facebook. Michelle Pereira is in the UFC. James David Gray is his coach. He just won his fight on Saturday, so very proud of him. Good job, Michelle, paying back that slap. So very proud of him. He is one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC, next to Scott Holtzman. So yeah, we've got a lot of great friends that are in these MMA programs. So I'm excited to see even more young guns come up and become the future. So very excited to see you be a part of that. And I love your photos when you get heading overseas, and I keep up with you on all your your airport travel experiences.
Yeah, man. I don't miss it one bit. I've told people a million times, if I never ride another airplane again, I'm good. Like, I'm done with airplanes. But yeah, it's cool to see the world, but in reality, these trips that I take, and I'm sure it's like anybody that travels a lot. I mean, for business, literally I go to the airport, I go to the hotel, I go to the venue, I go back to the hotel, and I go back to the airport. So it's not like it's this cool vacation where you're gallivanting around because you don't have your family with you. So it's not fun to like experience some new cool thing when they're at home and you just have to tell them about it. So there's kind of a lot of bittersweetness to it, to say the least. And it's just travel to me. It's crazy. I could be traveling to freaking Seattle, Washington just as easy as I'm traveling to Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks. So it's the same. I know a lot of people can't get, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, boo-hoo, but
right.
But you're in a different mindset. Your work mode.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and you're 100% and at these events. So Erica, basically XFC is
drink.
Come on, man, I just took a sip.
Bad. So to key you in a little bit stronger on that, the XFC, we had Paddy and I had them to number 2 in the world in web traffic.
Pretty amazing stuff.
Right behind the UFC.
Wow.
So when we were running the marketing for the company, we grew them to topple Bellator, who was on MTV and then moved to Spike. So we had all of the web traffic. The only thing we didn't have is the TV time. Our shows were every 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes 2 months apart, whereas like Bellator was on TV almost every weekend. It was at least a show every 2 weeks. And then UFC at the time was one show every 2 weeks and then a pay-per-view once a month. So while we were doing not as many shows, we had them number 2 in web traffic. So that was something that we were proud of. And,
that's awesome.
Excited about. But XFC was putting out caliber of fighters that were UFC caliber fighters. We were just a smaller program and operating on a smaller budget because we were newer. We were new guys. We were in our first 5 years with the company. But we're several of our fighters that were in the XFC or in the UFC now because XFC wasn't there. So on par with MMA and UFC, if that's kind of thinking about what the event type is like.
Thank you.
Mind me taking over for a quick second. I do want to ask this question though, because this is actually something that I have been thinking about. Kind of back at the end production kind of stuff. Now, Cyrus, you mentioned being the ringside announcer, correct? Or the ring announcer? What's the title?
Yeah, I do the ring announcing, like the same thing that Bruce Buffer does.
Right.
You're a better Buffer, man. That's.
I won't go there. I don't pat myself on the back too much, but no, I really don't. But I also do the play-by-play commentary for a lot of shows too. So
okay,
a lot of shows I do both on the same show, which is that I will pat myself on the back for because that's really hard.
How?
But
how do you have a voice at the end of the night?
No,
I don't usually.
Jumping from 2 different types of announcing.
Yeah. So now knowing that, which is what Paddy and Wack had mentioned though, my thing is this. I know you've probably seen a lot of brutal attacks. Obviously you're ringside, you're either commentating or you're announcing or you're watching it. But since you get to be kind of next to the fighters or maybe by the, coach's corners or everything else, I can say the word coach again.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's the word of the week was coach, and we had a coach on the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but what are some of the most like brutal burns that you've heard like people talking? When you hear smack talk, you hear somebody's like a good burn. Is there any that like you stick out or like you remember?
Wow, that's a good question. A lot of them are in so many different languages. They could be
that wasn't good.
Exactly, but it sounds really intense, especially when you're in Russia and stuff. Some of the stuff they say sounds brutal, but you have no idea what they're saying. I don't know. I mean, a lot of the times when a guy gets like needing the nuts or something like that, a lot of the times the other team feels like it didn't really happen. So that's when you get a whole lot of he's faking it, he's a pussy, blah blah blah. I don't know what I can say here. Can I say that here?
Yeah.
You just did.
But anyways, there's always a whole lot of that. gosh, I don't know. As far as like just a sick burn, I'm usually, like I said, I'm usually doing play-by-play, so I'm having to call everything out. So there's really not a whole lull in the moment. I talk a lot. So, gosh, the other day, I will tell you this one. This is actually kind of funny because this was a sick burn by me. I was doing a local show here in the Tri-Cities area here in Tennessee, and they had brought this guy down from Michigan named Conway Beaudry or something like that. And he came down to fight this big super heavyweight, like fan favorite from our town. And anyway, so the dude just like went down like a sack of potatoes, like in the first like 10 seconds, right? And just got pounded out, quick finish. It was over. And I was on there doing commentary, and I said something to the effect of, Conway Beaudry went down. Tonight he fought more like Conway Twitty, not like Conway Beaudry. And when I said that, he had already gotten up and he had direct eye contact with me. And this guy was 6'5", I don't know, probably 350 pounds or something. And this dude is staring a hole through me. And I'm like, all right, I'm looking for an exit route. I'm like, I'm not gonna get out of here. I know I can outrun the dude, but yeah. So that was probably one of the better ones, and I actually called that one, so it was good.
Were there fans? Were there fans in attendance, or is this?
There were with distancing and mask and all that. But I don't know if you guys remember Casey Oxenine. He and I had that show together for the longest time, and he's the one that put on the show or whatever. Cool. He's put on like 3 in our area since the pandemic. So I guess maybe in late April was the first one. But yeah. So yeah, he's put on some shows, and people have been coming out, of course, and they ditched their masks pretty early. And what do you do?
Yeah, everybody just wants to get out, man. That's the biggest thing.
Itching to get out.
Yeah,
100%.
Now, I was thinking if it was more like WrestleMania and there were no fans, he said that, and he rolls over and just looks at you, Conway Twitty.
Oh yeah,
like that's bad.
No, but he heard me because I'm plenty loud, and he was staring right at me. So he definitely got that burned, but luckily I didn't get flattened, so that was good.
So since that was your best burn, what was your best interview that you've ever done that you remember? And who was it?
The best if it's entertaining interview, that would be Nate Landwehr to this day. Which somebody, I think Nick Newell retweeted it just like the day that Landwehr won his fight here recently. They retweeted that interview, but that's probably the most entertaining. This guy, you have to see it to believe it. Trust me when I say, Frick, go YouTube it. It's very entertaining stuff. This dude is a hot mess. Awesome fighter.
How do you spell his name?
It's
Landwehr.
Landwehr.
LANDWEHR. But he's a crazy man.
He is a ball of energy.
He is hyped up.
But outside
99% of the time.
We were because we were friends with them through all of XFC stuff, and outside of the cage and everything,
and outside of fight week,
chill. Yeah. We were walking around Nashville with him, just talking and just down to earth. He's a hyper guy, but just kind of chill. But you get him in the cage, once he's in the element, man, he is a fireball of energy. He is a choo-choo train. He lives up to his nickname, Nate the Train Landwehr.
I just found it and put it in the chat, so thank you.
Yeah,
I'll watch it later.
Thank you.
It's good stuff. It's quality entertainment, to say the least.
And that's what matters.
But that was a good one. And I'll tell you guys a good burn that somebody got on me online, which who would ever imagine. I got roasted hard though. But somebody had put something on there to the effect of, because I was doing interviews or something, and I've gained a little weight here in the last few years, so I fill out my suits well. Anyways, to say the least. And this guy put on there, he goes, I hope everybody's, I hope everybody's relationships are as strong as Cyrus's buttons on his jacket right now.
Oh.
And I had to laugh hard about that. I had to reply. I was like, "That's really, really good." But so
You got
Aaron,
it.
job,
You
sir.
got
can
it.
take it and give it.
Thanks.
Good job. Acknowledged.
The treadmill immediately.
So out of all the good experience, what's the worst traveling experience you've had?
Man, there's been a lot. Well, I mean, the worst one that I had was I was supposed to go to South Africa, and I usually leave for the show's on Saturday. I usually leave on a Wednesday. I get there Thursday night. I do the weigh-ins on Friday, and I do the show on Saturday. Well, Wednesday night, I'm supposed to fly out of home. I'll try to make this fast, but I was supposed to fly out of Tennessee, and there was something going on in Atlanta, so I couldn't leave on Wednesday. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just miss the weigh-ins. It's not a problem. So I stay at home that night. I go back the next day, get there plenty early to make sure I get down to Atlanta and make my flight. Because if I miss that flight, I'm pretty screwed to get to South Africa. And anyway, so it goes on, and it keeps getting delayed, and we get on the plane, and finally they're like, "Plane's not leaving tonight." And I'm like, "We're not going to Atlanta. It's not happening."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh crap, this is it. Like I'm gonna miss this show. There's nothing I could do about this." And so we get off the plane, and I'm Googling, I'm talking to the people at the flight desk. I'm like, is there any way, like, can I go to DC? Can I go somewhere to fly and hit a connector or something? They're like, we're seeing nothing. So I'm Googling, I'm searching, and I finally found a flight out of New York City the next morning, nonstop to Cape Town, where I need to be, leaving at 9:00 in the morning. But there was no way for me to get to New York other than drive. So Tennessee, this is an 11-hour drive. I left Tennessee at 8:00. Mind you, did not sleep or prepare for this one. Jump in a rental car drive directly to New York, drop off my rental car just in time to run full speed through JFK, get on my seat in the plane, last row, no recline, for I don't know what, it's a direct flight. So it was like at least 17-hour flight.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I would
I
have laid on the
got-
floor.
It gets better. I get there. As soon as I get off the plane, I have to go directly to the arena to go into rehearsals. Didn't even have time to shower. Go to rehearsals, put my suit on, do commentary and announcing. Totally effed. And then I leave that, go to the hotel, sleep for, I want to say 6 hours, and get back on a plane to come right back home.
Ugh.
That shit was
pretty
rotten.
terrible.
Wow.
The worst. That was
sounds
horrible. It was a total blur. It was a total blur.
Yeah.
Not healthy.
Stressful 48 hours right there.
Yeah, and back pain for about 2 weeks. I can't. It's sitting straight up and down. Now,
Next to somebody, no space, nothing. Just
did you end up flying back into JFK and have to drive back home, or were you able to reconnect that?
I was able to get back home the right way with my original flight, but
I don't even want to know what that rental car fee was because
You
I
drive
don't
it
like
one
it when
way.
you don't return the car to the state it came from.
yeah, I got a one way down there, and then I got my flight back that was already scheduled. But
Wow.
yeah, they paid for everything. I mean, the company did, the
That's
EFC did. They've taken care of me like top flight ever since I've been with that company for like 4.5 years. So it's like Uber Blacks everywhere and put me in really nice hotels and take care of me. It was like the first show where, and listen, I mean, like obviously XFC's take care of me too, but there was such a time in between there where I was with shows in Europe where I wouldn't have people there to pick me up, and I'd be in freaking Kazakhstan or something with nobody to pick me up and no way to get to the hotel. And like, I've had some really shitty situations.
Yeah.
And so they've always looked after me. So they definitely
Chad, who
appreciate
here
it.
knows where Kazakhstan is? I know where it is. I'm just saying, I'm just curious. You jump in on theirs.
Rick, do you want to ask the first random question?
Oh, I flipped screens.
Ooh, I like
That's
random
That's why
questions.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Oh,
I get tired of talking about my career.
well,
I could care less.
well. Speaking of tongue-tied, how badly have you botched a person's name or intro before, other than the one that you just talked about that you flopped?
Well, I mean, yeah, bad. So Polish names are like they don't even
13
make
consonants.
sense. Like, yeah, like there's just everything makes a different sound than it should. But I'll tell you, the biggest problem I had wasn't. It was actually the name of the sheik that is basically runs UAE Warriors that I'm with, and they came in and they're like, every time somebody wins, they'll say, so and so is going to present the award, and they'll usually say it super quick, and they're like, all right, Cyrus, Sheikh something 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 is going to come present the award, and I was like, all right. So I got on there and I just tried to fake it as best I could. I'm like, Sheikh Hashim Vujajah. And that's all I said, like real fast because there was a lot of stuff going on. I'm like, they won't mind. Well, I get done doing that. The guy comes in, looks very confused, does the award. And then the guy has me hand the mic over to another like ring announcer guy for him to pronounce it correctly. And I looked like a total POS, like just garbage. So the guy loves me. I know his name a lot better now. But what do you do? Then
My friend, you tried. My friend.
I've announced the wrong winner, like the wrong person winning before
Oh,
for a title one.
Good job, Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey down in Alabama. It was not a good day. Not a good day. And the guy was undefeated before that as well. So like I threw the whole crowd off. Title was involved.
What? On a title?
Yeah.
On a title fight, yeah. And I don't even know what to say about it. It was just it was a blur. It was Alabama. Nobody was happy. I don't know.
You're alive.
So,
Yeah.
They didn't shoot you.
I'm alive. I made it out of there.
They didn't shoot you. You're alive.
Wow.
Oh boy. Our other random one, Frack, you want to take that one? And then we'll move into Vision Quest.
Yeah, then we'll move into that. So what perhaps event or perhaps who was the favorite person that you like to watch fight? Because I know some people have, a style, or maybe there was a favorite move in, like a big, like one of those Sports Center moments where you're like this big, but which one was yours? Like what caught you?
Like big moment, like big highlight moment, knockout moment. Is that what you're talking about?
Favorite fight.
Yeah, like overall.
Favorite fight you've ever
Like fight of the night, but
Yeah.
fight of your career.
Yeah. I've had a lot, especially I've spent so much time in South Africa here lately, so that's been a big deal. I felt like I've gotten to know all those fighters very well. I think I've done like 45 of their events now, so like I know everybody like almost as friends, a lot of the fighters and stuff. So there's been quite a few of those title fights that I've gotten into the moment to where I jump out of my seat, and those type of things that you've seen on UFC and stuff where the commentators lose it. That happens to me often, especially if I'm invested in a fight. So I've had quite a few of those. I mean, some of the guys you may not know off the top of your head, but there's a guy named Dricus Du Plessis, who's their double champion down there. A couple of his fights have been epic. He fights for KSW and supposedly on his way to the UFC now, so you'll see him soon. But then we had a big spinning back fist that did make it all over Sports Center. That was pretty bonkers. The guy's name is Snakebone, is his nickname. His name is Mzwandile Hlongwa. Crazy name, insane name. But the dude hit a spinning back fist and just completely, the guy literally stiffened up like a board and fell. I mean, it was one of the most perfect knockouts I've ever called or seen in my life. Something to the effect of, is he alive? Is he alive? Oh my God, what did I just see? I think that's part of the call, but it made it all over Sports Center. So that one's a real big one. So they grabbed a hold of that one. So anytime you hit Sports Center, I feel like you did something good.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you see somebody stiffen up like that, you've given somebody a concussion minimum.
Oh yeah. Oh, so, I've seen way too many of those. Yeah.
Yeah, because when the body shuts down, just
exactly. Exactly. It's the best. It's the best. But I love a good head kick and a good knee. Those are the best.
Yeah. I was thinking back to like the Sapo Santos kick.
Oh, now that thing. Yeah. Were you guys were at that one, weren't you?
Yeah.
I bet you were, because that was early. That was like 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
2 or 3. Oh
one
my
was
God,
nuts.
that one is one of my favorites. Seriously,
Yeah,
that is
that one was
amazing.
nuts. And then
Oh.
Newell had a knockout that made.
Oh no,
that made,
the suplex.
Yeah.
of Reynolds.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
So
Everything Nick Newell was awesome.
yeah.
Especially at the time because it just broke the mold. We were the first ones to have him, and we put him on the map, and it was awesome. That guy's awesome. What a grateful guy too.
He is, and he's a really nice guy. He's a super nice
100%.
guy. And now he's got a little baby of his own. So
another one on the way.
Yep, and another one on the way.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
So I think Paddy should now kind of lead us astray here from all this awesomeness and talk about a little bit about you. So I think
Yes. So shifting a little bit, we know that you have a background in announcing, but what led you to open Vision Quest?
Yeah, so Vision Quest it's a virtual reality arcade. I love games. I've been a gamer forever and ever and ever, ever since I was like 4 or 5. Just like most of us growing up in that era, we grew up with it, and I've never really stopped. But obviously, I don't get to play as much as I used to. But I always wanted to try VR. I don't have a PlayStation. I have an Xbox, and they don't have a VR. Any way to play VR. So instead of investing, a couple $1,000s in a computer, I went to an arcade outside of Atlanta and tried out VR for the first time, and it just blew my mind. I was like, this is what I've been looking for. It's intense, it's immersive. You play for an hour and you feel like that's all you need for the day because it's so intense on your body and your head and your eyes and just everything. It just wears you out because it's so, it's like the holodeck, right?
Yeah.
I know you guys are more Wars and not Trek, but it's very much like the holodeck. But anyway, so I fell in love with it and I started going to different arcades, and the business guy in me, I always come up with ideas, and it's gone from a million different things, from doing like a kids center, like a kids, like not a daycare, but like a kids play center, and it's gone to doing a barcade, like a retro arcade. And then finally I settled on this, and my wife got behind me on it and saw that I did a lot of research, unlike I did with the other ones. And she's like, okay, you're really into this thing. Let's roll with it. And we're in about 1 year and 3 months now. And we just moved to the mall. Yep. And it's
awesome
like
mall, right?
serious game changer. Like we went from a shopping center that was just like, okay, on the side of the shopping center, like didn't get a lot of like road traffic and road signage, to now being literally in the center of the mall, like the best spot we could possibly be in. And it is night and day. I mean, it's so amazing. Yeah. So it's cool. It's fun.
Great to hear.
What's the average play time? How's all that run?
Well, I mean, are you talking about like cost wise or?
Well, yeah. What's it like? If I were to walk in, what are my options? Like, how's the business work?
How long does it typically stay?
Yeah. Usually come in and play for a half hour or an hour. Basically, you rent the headset for that amount of time, for 30 minutes or 60 minutes or longer. We have some people that'll go in for a couple hours, but you get full access to the whole game library. You get about 40 plus games, 45 games, I think. Multiplayer games, shooting games, puzzle games, escape games. I mean, just tons of stuff you can do in VR. And with the current health situation, it's like the perfect type of entertainment, because you could get in there with your friends or even with other people, and you don't have to actually be right there with somebody. Yeah, like we're literally 10 foot apart. Our stations are, so it's very, very safe as well. So it's safe, clean fun is what we use the hashtag all the time. So it's but it's usually $20 for a half hour, $30 for a full hour.
That's awesome.
So
cheaper than
it's not bad. It's not, the funny thing is, like, and I'm not a good businessman in that sense, that I feel bad for people, because I'm like, it's $30 for an hour. It's hard for me to justify it, but it is a good deal though. It is a good deal. It's not bad.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, the startup costs on all the VR equipment and everything.
It kind of has to be
all of the gaming licenses and all of that stuff.
I can't even go to the movies for less than $50 with 2 people. So no, you're doing just fine.
And that's a standard experience where everyone's watching the same thing. Like with the VR, like it's a unique experience for every person.
You pick what you want. Yeah. So I thought that was
interactive.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
An awesome price point. If anybody, I understand if they don't have that to spend on that kind of experience, but
yeah.
Once they do it for the first time, they'll go, you know what? I'm going to save my money so that way I can go back and do it again because it's that unique.
Well, the cool thing is that with that price point too, it does allow me to run a lot of specials, which is cool because people like specials just in general, and it makes me feel better. I don't know why I care so much about it. My wife gets all over me. She's like, "Shut up, leave the prices alone. Like, just don't mess with
pay the bills."
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds like me and TJ.
Do you have this?
See, I could see that. Okay, I can.
Do you have this?
Oh, come on, hold on. She just said a name. Seriously?
I did. I drank. I had some drink.
Yeah, good call.
Do you have this web-based where like I could play my friend that actually wanted to go to your location and I could play from home and they could play there?
You would just have to have access to a headset. And all of ours are. Well, there's a few games that so they have the Oculus Quest now, which is like $350, I think. That one you can actually have at home. It doesn't have to have a computer. And it plays a lot of the cool, the real popular games. It's not going to have quite the graphics as we do because we have everything running off of a gaming computer. But
it's going to save you not seeing my computer.
Games. I'm shitting all over your computer. But
so she is an IT girl. She owns an IT company.
Shit all you want there, buddy.
Hey, he doesn't know. It's okay. He doesn't know. Come on, be gentle.
You don't know anything about MMA.
I know. So I'm like, y'all are way over my head.
I stand corrected.
You're fine. I'm just teasing you.
It is possible, though. It really is. If you had a friend come to my place and you got on a game there's a game called Rec Room, which is actually free, but you can get on there. You could play at your house. She could be playing at my arcade, and you guys could be playing games together. So awesome. we could make that happen. Yeah.
That's one quick thing that I did want to say, Cyrus, is now I'm not sure if you have Facebook or Twitch open since we are streaming on all those live. But again, for yourself, if you want to point towards your right, we have your Facebook and your website there listed. So if you want to go right there, there you go. There you go. Right there. Right there.
Yeah,
right there. Exactly. Now for me, it's right there. Always right there. So
right there.
He does this on purpose.
If you want to find Cyrus, you find him right there. But anyways, phrasing. But anyways,
good stuff.
So but that is so great, and it's cool that you can create an environment for people that is not only safe. I mean, throughout these times, but also connectivity. Hey, I'm here in Florida. You're up in Tennessee. And still be able to, like I said, able to have fun with each other.
So when you franchise, you should start having tournaments between your locations, and that's how I got you.
All right.
We gotta if you we posted some pictures of the new arcade. Since I haven't quite been as healthy normal, I haven't been there to take amazing pictures in there to show everybody a full, really grand tour of it. But but when you look at it, though, it's a very clean aesthetic. Everything we do is very simple to where if we did franchise out, which obviously the entrepreneur in me would love to franchise out, and I think it's a very easy franchise to make happen. You could really get it done for $40,000, $50,000, to be honest with you. It's a very simple aesthetic. So it's one of those things that it's not too complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's not like one of those restaurants where you got to have 1,000 pieces of flair on the wall and stuff like that to make it happen.
Bunch of tchotchkes.
A lot of tchotchkes and such, and road signs and things. So it's simple, but I hope we do that. I think it'd be incredible.
That's
I know there's a lot of them out there, but ours is a pretty cool logo, pretty cool thing. And I thought up that logo all by myself, and I designed it. Very proud of myself on that one.
Boom.
Very awesome. Very awesome.
Good stuff. Great.
Yeah.
It looks great. I love it.
We also put your link, at least your Facebook link. We put it up on our chat. I'll make sure to also put it on our videos on YouTube. So again, we'll be sharing this with everybody. But I would like to get to the game, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, we do have a game.
Right.
We do have a game.
I want to ask one more question.
Sure. Yeah.
Have you had any businesses come in and as a team building experience to come and do a night at The
A
location.
lot of that actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've had some
I think that
businesses
would
come
be-
back 3 different times,
That's awesome.
which was awesome. Yeah. We got some cool games like for that. Like we have this one that's like a dodgeball game that they can all get in together and play.
Like
really,
actually,
really
that would
fun.
be
Accounting versus finance.
Yeah.
that would be the
Yeah, yeah.
coolest like thing to do as a team building like night out with your coworkers.
Okay,
The
cool.
best one that we have is it's a bomb diffusing game. So like one person has a headset on, they see the bomb in front of them. The rest of the group, it doesn't matter how many you want to put in there, they can't see anything, but they have a book in front of them that shows how to defuse the bomb. And they
Oh.
have to try to walk the person that's in the headset through using the manual. Best team building game that I've ever
That
seen.
is
Worse than a
perfect.
telephone
Yeah.
ever.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
So-
very fun.
IT, got it.
Awesome.
Okay.
So,
Now you can go to the game.
all right. So we're gonna play a game this evening called You Decide. Actually, Patty, you take over. I'm gonna keep drinking.
Me?
She's like,
Yeah, it's probably not my forte here.
All right, you
yeah.
can do it. Come on.
I can do it.
Oh.
It's just not gonna be as
All right.
fluid
So
as
Cyrus,
other people.
here's what happens is before we let you go, we have a game that we like to play. It'll take maybe another 5-10 minutes of your time, but I kind of went through your profile and then went off of some things that I thought
he looks scared.
Stalker. I went
Jesus.
stalker.
and,
Hold on, we lost the caller.
so it's a game called You Decide, and I put a little tagline called "A Few of My Favorite Things," and you have to pick which one you prefer, and then we all have to
Just
pick,
don't say my kids. Don't put me in that.
and
Not
then-
that personal.
and then we have to pick which ones we prefer. And if we all agree, we socially drink. If you are on the minimal side of things, 2 out of 3, so to speak, then your team would have to drink. So
Okay.
that's pretty much
Fair enough.
Eric and
And like you and Eric,
Frick.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, we'll drink because of it. So Frick over there is she's our resident water drinker. So you don't have to feel bad that you are not drinking when she's
Yeah.
taking a sip. She's not.
She's
actually
always
drinking.
drinking water.
But
If
have
I
to
would have
pee.
known, I have like little Moscow mules in a can. I totally could have been
Aw,
killing that right
man.
now.
Ah.
But I didn't know. So it's okay.
Next time for sure, because we have to have follow-up interviews.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. So let's start with the first ones here for the evening. Now, for the people watching the show, below myself and right here on my screen, we have the first options of You Decides. So simmer down now, folks. Simmer down now. So the first 2 options we got to choose against is Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead. So guest, what is your option?
My choice between the 2 would definitely be The Walking Dead.
All right, Frick.
Never seen Walking Dead, so I guess I have to go with Game of Thrones.
All right, Game of Thrones for me. And I know Paddy and Wack already are going to choose.
Oh, this
No,
is a very tough one. for
I-
me.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
surprised.
I like
I'm
it.
going
Yeah.
with Game of Thrones because I feel like Walking Dead, they've had to stretch it and come up with new storylines, and this not like Game of Thrones was like it was
Just enough seasons.
was it 8 seasons? It was amazing. I loved it.
I'm, however, going with The Walking
But I felt
Dead
like it
because
ran its course.
they're not stretching it and coming up. They're following a comic book.
Okay, just
Well,
deal
maybe
with it.
maybe the comic books were stretched.
All right, so guest and Wack, you guys drink.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so Game of Thrones takes on that one. All right, so above and below Patty, we got the options between Stranger Things or Goonies.
Yeah.
So,
Is this me again?
yes,
yeah,
you go first, sir.
We go first.
Put the guest in the hot seat.
This hurts.
I told you.
I really love the Goonies, but I love Stranger Things. That's a great show, and there's so much more of it. So I'm gonna go Stranger Things.
Frick.
Hey, you guys.
All right, we got another option. And I'm following up with Goonies Never Say Die, so I'm sticking with that. So, Patty.
Stranger Things, because you guys know I never watched movies. So.
Oh, you're right. Undependable.
Come on, Wack.
I can't follow up with you two because Goonies is one of my second favorite movies ever.
Boom! Guest and Patty drink.
But I do absolutely. We love Stranger Things because it's
I
It's
feel like it's that nostalgic
Yep.
80s vibe, but
Now you got to have Cobra Kai now. Then that is the
no,
jammy jam.
Yep.
so
Ooh, that's good stuff.
his
Listen.
sister, my sister-in-law, and her husband, they just found it the other night, like 2 weeks ago, and binge watched it.
The night before we left for St. Augustine.
We had to drive 2 hours to St. Augustine for his dad's birthday. So, and they stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
They get there. I'm like, why you guys look so tired? Like, we binge watched Cobra Kai.
It's hard to stop watching.
They're like,
It
have you
is.
seen it? And we're like,
It's so good.
yeah, we saw
Any
it.
Karate Kid
immediately.
fans, go watch Cobra Kai.
Mind
because
you,
it's
I
so
had
good.
I had seen one Karate Kid, the one with the girl. I don't even know which one that is.
They all had a girl.
That?
The one with the the girl's the main character. Anyways,
Oh, no, that doesn't even count.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
They
So
get sick.
I didn't really know.
Cyrus is questioning your friendship right now.
Or
Drink.
Black had
Yeah.
like said we should watch this. It looks really awesome. There's a lot of great reviews. We started watching it. I fell in love with it, and now I feel like I need to go back and watch all.
So she likes it after not even watching
Hey.
any of the originals. Which
Yeah.
It's as some people get into movies
And
sometimes. They see what's new and they go
doesn't
back.
have that nostalgic vibe, but it does a lot of throwback. So
she'll love it.
Yeah.
once
it kind of like plays into a little bit of nostalgia, but in a new way.
All right, so I know what we're doing
It's
Friday and Saturday night.
All right.
We're gonna binge watch some Karate Kid.
All right. So next, moving on to Frick's box phrasing, above and below. So we have the choice between Deadpool and The Hangover for funnier movie.
Why is Frick's box not first? Why are you two backwards?
It happens.
Takes too much
Funnier,
editing.
funnier movie. Is this
Yeah, funnier
Not
movie
cool-
between
not-
Deadpool.
Funnier movie.
Not your favorite, just funnier.
Funnier movie,
I
Deadpool
think-
or The Hangover.
absolute funnier movie? I would say The Hangover. And I love Deadpool. Like that's
Oh,
my guy.
I
But
feel you, man. I feel you. I'm with you on that. So
and
Frick,
it's funny, but I don't think it's funnier than The Hangover.
Frick,
So I disagree. The sarcasm melts my heart in Deadpool.
this
I knew
It is good.
because it resonates with your
It
style.
resonates with me. I love the sarcasm.
Yeah, I think from a comedy wise, I have the same train of thought as Cyrus does. So I'm also going with The Hangover. Although it's same thing as you, I love Deadpool to pieces. But for funnier, yeah. So Patty,
Very, very hard for me.
it's tough.
Captain Sarcasm. That's why.
yeah. And I never knew who Deadpool was.
The
I
only
didn't
one who has
follow
more
comics.
sarcasm than her is Frick.
Just for the sheer one-liners, I'm gonna have to go with Hangover.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many things that you can just throw off the top of
Oh,
your
yeah.
head and say as a one-liner, and everyone gets it. So
Yeah.
And
I don't
Wack?
need everybody to get it.
Hangover. 100% Hangover.
All right, so Frick, you're on your own on this
So
one.
funnier. People find it funny.
Although the only thing that bothered me about the movie was the fact that I didn't watch it until like about a week and a half after it came out, and everybody was making fun of me because of my name and the little baby he had. Like, oh, I'm gonna call him, and I'm going, man, come on. So that was difficult for me.
That's funny. Me and my wife literally just put on the movie Due Date, right before I came down here, like a half hour before I came down here, and I was really getting into it, and I was like, "Damn it, I got to get on this podcast." But, it's on Netflix, so I can keep watching it.
Hey,
So
what's it like to have a basement?
I want a basement.
What's that like?
Oh,
Cold.
it's
Is it
wonderful.
wonderful? Is it everything that I dream it is?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's another room.
It is good.
man, I
It is
want
What's it like
pretty
to have
cool.
a house below your house?
I want a basement so bad. When
We have
TJ,
water.
Drink,
Oh,
drink,
Come on, seriously?
did it twice.
Ah, I'm like, what? I didn't even catch that. Sorry. So
All right.
my family took me up to upstate New York pretty soon after we started dating, because His mom
Why not?
just loves me. I don't know.
Oh,
But
crazy.
they invited me on a family trip up to New York, and everyone in upstate New York has a basement. I was like, what is this?
What
This
is-
is crazy. I want one.
What is this house
I was
below
like,
a house?
I need a basement. So I'm like, why? And then I started looking up. I'm like, why don't houses in Florida have basements? But pretty much because we're
You'll
at
drown.
sea level, and if you dig underground, you're gonna hit water. So, yep, it's not even possible here.
I never freaking knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
We're like the only
Yeah.
state.
I never knew that. I mean, it makes
I guess
sense.
Louisiana probably doesn't have basements either.
Just
But
like cars in the
we're
South
one
being
of the only
sold.
states that does not have basements.
A lot of houses, most houses that have basements do not have a second story because they don't need it. They have the basement.
Right.
So whereas Florida, you have a lot of 2-story houses because we can't have a
yeah.
basement.
There's a lot.
But the second
of
story is
stories.
typically your bedrooms and stuff like that. So
All right.
if
So we're staying on target.
process and you
Yeah,
want-
no, like there's
Stay on
normally
target.
a
Stay
basement.
on
target.
Stay on
Staying on
target.
target.
I'm being educated here. I kind of like this. I'm gonna go tell my wife about this. I'm she's never gonna believe this.
There's no basements in Florida.
Hey, you need to be like, we're not moving to Florida. They don't have a basement.
Yeah. Make or break scenario. So
Beach or basement.
There's enough reasons not to move to Florida. That has nothing to do with basements. So-
Florida man was not one of them already.
That's awesome.
Humidity.
Oh, yeah.
That's
One
like
is humidity.
number one reason ever not to move to Florida. Humidity.
2 is 85-year-old drivers.
Okay. All right. Staying on target. Staying on target. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
All right.
Whack.
Go ahead.
Whack.
So above and below me
Yeah.
is best production: Avengers: Infinity Wars or Batman: The Dark Knight.
Ooh, that's really
Production,
good.
Not movie. Not
Best-
Talkcast.
Overall,
Storyline.
best production. So
Oh man.
you're encompassing the acting, you're
graphics
encompassing the graphics, like
production.
yeah, best production.
How it all pulls together.
Yep, how it all pulled together.
I'm gonna go Avengers on that one. I mean, it's Avengers is pretty epic. I really like The Dark Knight, but I really like the Avengers movies. They're great movies. It's an
Infinity
experience. It's a full experience.
True.
Wakanda
Infinity
forever.
Wars pulled together so many
So
comics,
many
so many
pieces.
different movies. So Frick.
I've never seen it.
For a person who goes to the movies a
Are you
lot,
sure?
I'm so
Okay.
surprised.
Are you sure that you haven't seen it, or is it just one of those movies that you went to the movie theater just to see a movie?
It was probably that I went because somebody else wanted me to go, and it was one that interested me, and I probably fell asleep because I don't know, but I don't remember seeing it. So I'm gonna go Dark Knight.
There it is.
I'm staying with the Avengers. So again, that is a production, even though it's a lot CGI, but it's still a production.
It surely is.
I am also going Infinity Wars because that pulled in so many different pieces, and it pulled it in very well. So
But the
And
Joker.
Wack?
But the Joker.
Yeah, he looks amazing, but still.
Ledger as the Joker was absolutely one of the most greatest things ever.
But
All right, but you got to go production, and
Not
that's
storyline.
Nope, and that's where I left it. That's why I went with production, is Infinity Wars. We'll move on.
Well, can I tell you guys? And this is actually, this works with obviously the untimely passing of Chadwick Boseman. Like we already did the Wakanda Forever, but I was actually in South Africa when Infinity War, the first one, came out.
Oh, cool.
And
Nice.
And I'm telling you, I was in the theater watching that with a few friends. And when anytime they would come on the screen, like the entire theater would like get up and trip out. Like every time Black Panther came on the screen, or any of his whole crew. And he was one of the ones that got snapped, right? I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
because Shuri reached for him, and
She was left, but he was not. That's right.
Yeah, and the people I was with, we more were upset about like Spider-Man and stuff.
Sure.
But you can figure out what demographic was at the movie.
But you didn't know the whole
Yeah.
backstory.
Wow.
that was sad though. It's a young kid. I mean, come on.
But still, that's It's incredible to see a culture react like that.
Yeah, I mean the whole continent. I mean, like seriously, like that whole continent. Really, like he represented a whole continent. It's pretty amazing stuff. It's really, really, really cool, and it's sad, obviously. Now it's just.
And now reading into a lot of the charity work and stuff that he did a lot of stuff here in the U.S. and of course over in Africa. So I mean it's
while he was sick. Wow!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Insane.
Yeah. We did all of it while he was basically.
I had no idea that he was sick until
nobody did.
I heard of his passing.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Now, two quick notes on that is number one is that last week we talked about that exactly. That was one of Wack's trending topics, which is talking about that exactly. That nobody knew he was staying strong in front of everybody, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
One can only imagine.
And all his charity work and giving back.
And that was number two, everything that he was doing. So, but now to go from that somber talk right there to now going back to our game. Yay!
our bracket is in
Debbie Downer.
Yep,
yeah, exactly.
Now we're good.
That's good. Oh,
in the quarterfinals.
All right, so here we are. So now we have the two options here. All right, so I guess we'll go first. So we have between Game of Thrones and Goonies.
Goonies all day. I've literally never watched one episode of Game of Thrones. So Goonies never die. I'm in.
All right. Okay, Frick.
You need to go watch the Game of Thrones.
Concur.
As much as I do love the Goonies,
whatever you say, Frank Abagnale Jr. Do you concur? I concur.
I should have concurred. All right.
That's my favorite.
I love that.
That is like one of my favorite lines. I should have concurred.
Yeah. That Catch Me If You Can is a great movie. So
great movie.
All right. So, I'm going with Game of Thrones. I'm more of a fantasy magic, dragons kind of stuff guy. So, anyways, all right. So, Paddy,
I'm with Game of Thrones.
And Wack.
I gotta.
Goonies never die.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I know what he's doing.
I gotta go Goonies.
All right, so the Goonies are not dead yet. So the Goonies move on to the semifinals.
Crack.
I'm going.
I'm drinking for the hell of it.
All right.
The next two are between The Hangover and Avengers: Infinity Wars.
Alex Reshka is just throwing thumbs up like crazy. What up?
Alex watching?
There we go.
Good God, but my Facebook is blowing up here.
I love it.
I mean, your button is stuck, but thank you.
We appreciate you, buddy.
All right, so you said Avengers?
Tell Lynn's hi.
Okay.
Okay, he's the Avengers.
So I'm going with Hangover.
I mean, if it didn't use my name so sacrilegiously. Although I did love the first movie, very much so, but I do love the Avengers lines very, very much so. So I'm going with Avengers. Paddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Avengers.
You're on your own here, Frick.
I'm completely okay with that. Never saw it, so can't.
Drink your water.
Drink your water.
Bust your bladder.
Yeah. You get the fancy stuff, not touched by humans water. All right, so
I got that rich water.
Yeah, you're bougie.
Pinkies up, girl.
Pepper Hills, right from Florida.
No. All right. So the last two we got for
Florida.
Yeah.
The last two we got for the evening now is between the Goonies and Avengers: Infinity Wars, and these are always hard options because you did this to yourself. So
this isn't hard.
So she said, unfortunately.
That sucks.
That's not good.
That's not good for you.
It's not good at all.
Not good.
Sometimes you just want to rest. Call it a night.
Not in this
Fair
house.
enough.
I was like,
and our guest is lost.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's late.
like
I'm
that's
sick.
not what she said.
Anyway, I'm gonna go Avengers just because, gosh, man, that was like a journey like that encompassed so many years of my life to get there, and I'm gonna go Avengers. Yeah, for sure. I love Goonies though.
Well, apparently Goonies just died for you. But anyways,
just died.
I'm going with Avengers as well because okay. So, Paddy.
Avengers.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. They win.
Hey.
But go ahead, Wack.
they win.
Goonies never say die.
All right, so freaking Wack, you're in the minority here, but Avengers will always win.
Yeah.
So, these were actually good,
Yeah,
tough
it's a fun
options.
one.
These were fun. I
That
like
was a
them.
fun one.
It's good.
That definitely was.
I didn't
So,
realize, Cyrus, I didn't realize that you hadn't watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If not, I wouldn't have thrown that one in there. But yeah,
Throwing that in there.
glad that.
that was good. I
Hey.
just cut that. I hate myself for not saying it earlier.
Glad the rest of those were tossed in, but yeah.
I got time on my hands right now. I could dig right into Game of Thrones and probably make it
There you
through a
go.
few seasons.
Right?
Yeah.
Pro tip: don't get attached to any characters.
Not to,
Yeah, that is the only tip you're gonna get out of this.
do you like that old school style?
Do you like
stuff?
medieval?
Yeah, do you like that style stuff? Kings and queens and yes, no?
You know, typically I don't, but I really did. I got into Lord of the Rings. I got into the movies. Never read the books. I know
I like
we
it.
don't have to have a talk about it. It's fine.
Fine. It's fine.
you know.
Everything's fine.
I watched those first 3 movies and like I got through my whole not really caring about fantasy stuff when I watched those, and I really enjoyed it. So I think I could probably get into it. I don't see why not.
I would try
It's good stuff.
Try season 1 and not just one episode. You can give it try season
Yeah, of course.
1 and
I'd probably say like
I mean,
I'm
you're gonna
not
have
huge-
17 hours. What else do you have to do with your life?
I'm not
Okay,
huge
okay.
into
Business
medieval
planning?
stuff,
I
but
don't know. Whatever.
I,
2 words. 2 words. I got 2 words for you: production and boobies.
Yeah.
there is
Okay.
So
it is well, it was HBO, right? So
Yeah.
It's porn, man.
HBO, like,
It's
after
freaking
10
porn.
p.m.
Hey, no, it's not. They're not showing
Yeah.
penetration.
Of both of that.
But can we talk about how HBO Max doesn't have any of the cool stuff, like all the cool HBO shows from back in the day, like
Yeah.
Real Sex and Cat House, all the fun stuff? They don't have that on HBO Max.
Manuel,
Those days
Red
are
Shoe
over.
Diaries. Come on.
Manuel. Oh,
Yeah, I just
did
did
you
it
like the
myself.
Emmanuel flicks? Yeah.
I
So
do
sensual.
remember,
God.
I do remember you were a big Breaking Bad fan, and
Yeah, said Albuquerque trip.
Oh,
Went
because
to
we went to
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. So
we're running around and
we still have not watched Breaking Bad.
no, we haven't. But we're running around Albuquerque
That's
trying to get printouts because one of the I forget who it was, one of the fighters, not that was on the card, but a past fighter or somebody like that had passed away, and John wanted to do a corner cushion in remembrance. So we're running around.
Trying to find a printer who can do it.
Edward and Myron had just come in as whatever they were. And so we're running around trying to get stuff done. We're at a print shop in the middle of Albuquerque, nowhere. And Cyrus Fees is off touring Breaking Bad sites.
Oh my gosh. I went to everywhere. I went
We're
to
like,
Walter's
what is
house.
doing? We're running around like chickens with our heads cut off. We're like, what are these people doing?
We have 9 million jobs to do. Cyrus has one. We're like, this guy, he flies in, goes and has fun while we're running around. And
Mind you, there like every time we went somewhere, there were people walking by and they're like, that's where such and such happened. This is where this happened. And we're like, what
are they talking about?
The
And then
best-
later on, like I'd say like it was probably 2 days into us being there. Then we learned that there was a show called Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and people were touring.
Oh, it was
We
hot
had-
at that
we had-
What
point.
is
Yeah.
going on?
Now, mind you, fast forward 3 or 4 years later, which is a couple years
I
ago,
think Ryan Reynolds
we
was
went
on that flight, and him and his
Sonoy,
girlfriend.
Georgia, and we went to where Walking Dead
Yeah,
did 90% of their filming, and we went and
Really
did the same
freaking
thing
cool.
that you did.
There we go.
But we went to Georgia, and we will happily go again to go do it because it was super cool. We
it was
went and
insane.
did it.
I loved it.
We did a day trip, and we went all around Georgia and stopped at a whole bunch of places. It was a lot of fun.
Frick and Frack, have you guys watched Breaking Bad?
Yes, I actually liked that.
No, I've never watched it. I've only done meth though.
Okay. Yeah, that's good though. It's a good reference point. Yeah.
Not true. Your
It's good
feet are
stuff.
way too good. There's no way.
No,
It happened on that trip.
It's
You were
it's one of the few ones that I've actually
Flipper.
wanted to get into because I finally heard so much about it. And I don't know, I am one of those who are like in the beginning, I hear so much hype. I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I understand. Same
That
here.
was my
Same
thing.
here.
So-
Like, it's so overblown. Like I don't want to watch it. Like it's too much hype.
Cyrus, what was your coolest thing that you got to see while you were out there for it?
Well, so Frick, you'll appreciate all this since
why
you're the
I'm gonna
only
say
one
literally.
out of the group that's
Yeah, I was
seen
like,
everything.
That's why.
But
Frick is like losing her mind over here. Like, we should have had literally. That's normally our keyword of the night.
I went to Walt's house Jesse's house. Like I went everywhere. Like it was super cool. But I went to Walt's house, and the lady that lives there threw an ultimate fit over the situation that I was taking a picture of her house. I'm like, bitch, why did you move into Walter White's house if you don't want anybody taking pictures? Like, get real. Like, embrace that shit. Make some money. But anyways,
I know.
This is what you're moving into when you bought the house.
You had to know. Like
So-
living in that city, that's what you're moving into.
No, it was an entitled white lady. Come on now. I don't even have to ask. See,
No,
she was a Karen. She was a Karen before Karens were.
Oh.
For sure.
Call that one.
Look at that.
You had the
Chat's gonna get on us about that. So just by the way, his name is Cyrus. And I'm well, no, but same thing. Even down here in down in Bartow, Florida, where my girl was shot. Again, I know that's from many years back, but same thing. The person who moved into that house, people are going like, "Oh my god, they want to take a picture of that," because it was an endearing movie. People, when they see something like that, they want to, experience that part of history or part of something that really stood out to them. As far as, I guess something that made it.
that's like getting mad at somebody taking a picture of my truck. Like, really? No, that's just stupid. Go ahead.
Full advantage.
Well,
You're just admiring.
Exactly.
If they're admiring, that's fine. But
We
they're
were
taking a picture of their license
yeah.
plate.
So
we did
go
go
ahead.
one of the houses that we went to in Sonoy, it's about 5 or 10 miles away from Sonoy, so it was a good 20 minutes. But
it just happened to be one of the houses that they stopped at to kind of hide in from zombies.
Yeah.
But it looked, when we walked up, it looked abandoned. There was nothing. There was
Mind
a guy
you, that's
over at his
why
house.
it was in
Yeah.
The Walking Dead, is that it looked abandoned. The grass was like super high.
Still was when we got there.
Like the paint was chipped on all the boards on the outside. So it looked like it was abandoned.
We went and stood next to a
I don't know if
tree,
we should
and we were going to take
walk
a
into the
photo.
yard.
And the guy to the right of it, I guess, I'm thinking maybe now he
Owns
probably
the
owns
abandoned
that house and owns all of it. But he was over on the right. He's like, "You guys need to get out of here!" Like yelling at us, and we're like, "Okay, we're out.
We're
just
leaving.
We just wanted to take a photo. We're not trying to go walk through
It
the
didn't
house
say no
or anything
trespassing or
no,
anything
there's
like
no
that,
signs
so.
anywhere. We're standing by a tree that is 50
And we
foot
were-
in
yeah.
front of the house, 10 feet from
we had
the
just pulled off the side of the road.
10 feet from the road, like.
You
But
would creep me out though if you came up to my house and I lived there. I'd
Oh,
probably
and
pull a
I'm
gun on
sure.
you.
But mind you, listen.
Mind you,
the
it looked
houses
abandoned.
The houses
and the grass was like knee high.
The houses were 50 yards apart. So he had a nice house over on the right, and it's like this abandoned house. So, anyways, but we ran into a similar thing. And my thinking is, why don't you play this up and put a donation box out there? And
We're talking a lot of money here.
Yeah.
I mean, these people fight it tooth and nail.
I'd have thrown $5 in to take a photo.
Yeah,
Like the Goonies
dollar a
house, they
picture,
say the
something.
Goonies house, you can't even like get near that
No.
thing. Like it's a big deal. It's a big
Oh.
situation. Yeah, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house is the same way. Like if you even get near that house, they say somebody will shoot you. Like no joke.
Wow.
And then the one in Shameless, like if you guys watch Shameless,
I've watched that too.
the main house in Chicago, like it's on the south side of Chicago in
Yeah.
like one of the most dangerous neighborhoods. And they say don't even try to even drive by and get pictures. Like just
Wow.
don't even go. But yeah, I always think, why would you not want to make money off that? Like
Yeah,
there's so
right.
much money to be made.
I
Like
know.
embrace it.
And
So-
you're
so-
doing nothing to make this money. Like,
But yeah, 3 quick things. And number one, same thing happened to the Back to the Future house. So but people apparently can drive and take pictures. I had a friend of mine who did that, and they said that they don't mind it. They said as long as you're not blocking traffic, you can take a picture. It's fine. The person who apparently lives there currently is still okay with it. The second thing was during the episode in The Walking Dead where it's the big truck that goes in the water and like sets it on fire or something like that. I guess
Okay.
one of my friends was he's my old teacher who works in like film and everything else. He actually went up there and they took pictures of all that stuff, and he was there for the production. So he's like all geeking out, obviously, going like, "Oh my god!"
It's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, but he was there for that episode where the truck goes into the water and it's on fire and everything. So
wow.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. He was there for that.
Yeah.
But the third thing that I want to bring up to for the whole group this evening is, number one, starting out here is thank you, Cyrus, for hanging out with us this evening.
Yeah.
Really greatly
pleasure.
appreciate you. You taking your time this evening to help, hang out with us, to help
Educate me.
educating people, but also, helping people break from reality, what's happening. Cause,
Oh, that was a good one. Virtual reality. Hey. Okay.
I didn't even think about that. I'm so upset. Seriously, I wasn't even thinking about
Escape reality.
that's what I meant to say.
Reality.
That's the tagline.
I am so angry at myself. I didn't even realize
Stop
that.
talking.
I'm sorry. But thank you for hanging out with us this evening. I really, really do appreciate that. And again, able to promote you in your business too. We love helping people out. We love communicating and, reaching out and touching someone. It's not
Literally.
trademark, is it?
Hey, watch out.
Hey.
Whoa.
Anyways,
Damn.
so yeah. But usually for the evening as well, we do want to clamp it down and talk a little bit about our businesses and everything else. So if you all don't mind, I want to make sure that Cyrus, since you're with us, I want to make sure you're also in the bunch here with us. So do you want to tell us a quick 30-second, or 60-second?
Yeah, give us a 60-second sign off. So elevator pitch. Tell us about.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I'm at a networking event or something right now.
Yeah.
Where's your tie?
Yeah. So Vision Quest VR. No, let me do it. I'll do it right. Cyrus Fees, Vision Quest VR, the Tri-Cities' first and only virtual reality center. So Vision Quest VR is the coolest experience, the coolest place. We got brand new VR simulators where you can ride a roller coaster with your family member, with your kids, with your mom and dad, with your grandparents. Super fun stuff. We have a motorcycle simulator and we have a full motion car simulator now, as well as our normal 6 incredible VR stations with over 45 plus games, brand new escape games as well. So if you're ever in the Tri-Cities area, come to Vision Quest VR, located on the upper level of the mall at Johnson City, next to Journeys and across from American Eagle. Always a good time and the best birthday party and team building spot in the Tri-Cities. So go to visionquestvr.com.
I know.
How many times did you practice in front of a mirror for that?
I hate
Road trip.
So when we
Road
going?
trip.
When we going?
Come on. Hey, let's go, guys. We're wide open up here. We really are.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
So again, thank you, Cyrus. And like I said, we've posted your link earlier. We'll post it on the YouTube video. Again, if you want to point again to your right, for me it's down here, but for you it's to your right. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, that's your.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right, not mine. So yeah, exactly. So again, so you can find him right there. Again, for myself, you can find Cyrus right here below on his Facebook, also on his website right over there. So do visit him if you can, and in person, or at least check out the site. Now for myself, I'll keep it under 60 seconds as well.
No, he won't. We're 10 seconds in already. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So for the financial markets, yesterday they actually were the highest they've been for the last 3 to 4 months. So that was an actually amazing thing to see that, just an overnight, just sudden jump. So that was a great experience for a lot of investors. But today now, in a 24-hour thing, which is what happens in the markets though, usually, people were now going like, I wish I would have sold off quicker because things all of a sudden started spiking and then dropping again. So they wish, the idiom of buy low, sell high. So you're seeing another movement happen again. This is not pandemic related, actually. This is now consumer, consumer fear. Not because of pandemic, again, related, but it's more because of all these things happening. We talked earlier about the Peloton. Wack talked about this. And when you're seeing people make movements, you start seeing companies, buying and selling real quick. So it was funny how quickly it turned, but we're still seeing a somewhat of an upswing come out. Also, we had a Labor Day weekend. Was it Labor Day weekend that we had?
Yeah, it was Labor Day.
It was blurry for me. Thank you. But yeah, we had a weekend of some sort.
Single
But,
life.
We had a weekend.
Yeah, we had a weekend. So, but anyway, so things like that again will also affect individuals because of their spending habits on, and also the feels, and their feels are, hey, relaxing and holidays and
Did you
whatnot.
set the
So
timer? Damn it.
yeah.
That's
So for
why
right
my
now,
face was
what?
Nothing. Told you it wouldn't be 60 seconds.
back.
5 hours later.
Because
It's a
I'm a
really
liar.
long
It's
elevator.
11:40, dude.
She turns into a pumpkin. You know
It's
better.
39. It's 39. Anyways.
Turning orange.
All right. So anyways, but as always, in my segment, I'm looking for individuals that I can help plan for the short term, the long term, and everything in between. Don't die without a plan. All right.
Oh,
Go, Frick.
Okay. So I actually found an article, if you don't mind posting that for me. It's saying Gateway
Sure.
gone but never forgotten. Do you guys remember those Moo Moo Cow boxes?
Yes.
Yes.
Gateway
What?
computers.
Yes.
Had a
Okay.
gateway.
So,
That was our first computer.
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we, being my father, has been in the business since 1982 when I took over in 2007. So we've been around for a while. But the
38
story,
years.
right? So the story of Gateway is actually pretty cool. That did you know that they merged with AOL and actually took a loss of $94.3 million? And trying to recover that, Gateway actually purchased machines. And the founder of Gateway actually passed away in 2015. That's why we haven't really been hearing much about it. But I just thought that was a little, throwback Thursday. Hey!
Yeah.
I'm full of it today. But just, hey, I've been around a while. I've been under my dad's wings for years and years and years. I've learned from Novell to Linux to PCs and Macs. So great referrals for me are home users, small businesses, anything under 50 minutes. I want it. Let me help you.
Dude, you're getting a virus. Sorry.
No, you got a virus.
One of my first machines that I technically custom built was an e-machines.
Was it?
On the base of it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I
yellow?
started college, no, I did the
Oh, okay.
e-machines was the first computer I bought for college, and then from there I took the parts out and used some of that in my custom build that I actually still have. Because now I'm a Mac guy. Yeah.
Well,
it's
you do still have a
still-
custom build there.
Yep, it's still there. So, anyways.
once you go Mac.
Yeah, once you go Mac, you're darn right. But
I have a
Yeah,
Mac right
very true.
here, and I have a piece right here.
Once you go to Mac, you can't afford anything else.
That's
Um,
it.
well, yeah, I'll take it.
She's like, oh my
You want me to take it, or do you have something prepped in your head? So, as most of you guys know, TJ Alcock, Brooke Alcock, TBA Marketing, we do marketing lead
Oh
generation.
man, come
It's
on.
okay. It's the
Oh,
here
oh.
we are.
We're allowed-
All right. We'll let it slide.
It's our business.
Yeah, we are not PWA marketing. What do you want me to do? So,
Is that
we
the new
just-
WAP? It's PWA.
Yeah, this is new. It's
Like, at least-
Wabbit.
At least he didn't switch them around.
Whack-ass marketing. we do marketing.
Oh god, I just realized.
Wow.
All of that stuff. Everything to do with Google pay-per-click, Facebook ads, and everything to do with lead generation. But we also do custom solutions, and one of the things that we've been doing is helping people move their businesses online and doing virtual e-commerce sales and things like that. Being able to, for Cyrus, if ever needed, you could book out slots and book things virtually through a website portal. So that way you can get bookings and make money overnight while you're sleeping. So that is solutions that we do. And if you have it in place, fantastic for you. There are many that are not tech savvy like you are and don't have it in place. One of the cool solutions that we built has been for restaurants. There's Bite Squad, Grubhub, and all these other little digital dining platforms, but they take huge percentages from the business. They mark the menu up 18 to 30% and then take an additional cut. We built a custom solution that is incredibly comparable, but it is standalone for the restaurant. So that really helps them, and they keep 100% of their money. We mark the menu up 10%, which nobody bats an eye at because Bite Squad and them mark it up even higher. We mark it up 10%. That's the cut that we make. The business gets 100% of their sales. It's standalone. We have order tracker built in, similar to Domino's, text message notifications, everything like that. It's built as an e-commerce platform, as well as curbside and pickup and delivery if needed. So we have that solution, and we do custom solutions for other businesses. So TBA Marketing.
Let your awesome on.
A little bit longer than 60 seconds, but
I love it.
So.
All right.
Like
So-
so informative. Man.
Cyrus, thank you so
Yeah,
much,
it was
man.
good to hang out.
Good to hang out.
That was awesome.
Good to see
I
you.
needed this. I really did, guys.
I
great.
kept up with you. I mean, we keep
Yeah,
up with
we've
you
been
a lot,
keeping up
and
with you like
all the stuff
online,
you have
but
going on.
it's really cool to hang out again.
I saw you had the toys YouTube channel going on, that you guys were doing some toys.
We did, yeah. That was fun. It was, that was one of those things that I feel like I got in late, but at the same time, I didn't have the time to really dedicate like you have to for something like that.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
really have to make that work. Everybody thinks, I was kind of the same way, because I thought if I put good production values with it, I'd ride that wave and quality would shine through, but that's not how that shit works.
Sure.
Not by any stretch.
Gotcha.
It is, but it was fun. And I have those videos to watch forever with my daughter.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yes, and that was
amazing stuff. It was so worth it.
That was my favorite thing to watch. We didn't get into a lot of the family stuff, but love seeing and watching your guys' family grow.
Yes.
Loved watching you guys
Cool.
buy your new house when you guys bought it. Was a year or two ago or somewhere around there. It might even it was a couple that
Mind you, TJ Wack wanted to buy your old house. He's like, let's move to Tennessee, buy their house.
There we go.
Yeah, when you put it up for sale, we're like, let's buy that house, and he bought this new house, and we're totally good because
He's like, let's buy their house.
we are dying to move. We'd love to move to Tennessee, but we said
if we had no family, like if we weren't like big family
We'd live in
people and
Tennessee.
all of our family wasn't here in Florida, then we would Tennessee would be our place.
We like seasons, we like the people, we like the atmosphere,
but it's not too cold.
Nope.
Like
So
It's wonderful.
A little bit.
It really is
eventually
nice.
we'll have a
And
cabin
also-
there.
And also
Yeah, for
we
sure.
like all our people watching us tonight. We like always our guests. We like our friendships here and all the weirdness that we do, or at least I
trying
do.
to brush us off.
I don't know about y'all.
Get on
But Cyrus, if you want to, you can hang out a couple of minutes after. But I want to make sure our pumpkin doesn't float off on us
Oh,
here.
she's getting tired.
Oh yeah, I noticed. So, but all right. All right, so we're hanging out here. So again, everybody, we love you all. We thank you so much for hanging out, for sharing, for liking, for hanging out here with us. Frack Paddy Wack. Again, find us on all our handles, Twitch,
All our
Facebook,
handles.
YouTube, Instagram as well. Also, follow right there. Escape Reality right there with Cyrus Fees. Once again, we have got the links on here. As you see on there, Facebook.com/Fishing
You're all
Quest
on the
VR.
Johnson, aren't you?
He's all over the Johnson right there.
We know where
Closing quote. Don't
we
you
know
shut
where
it
you
down
wanna
without my
be.
closing quote.
I know. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, son. All right. I'm getting there. So,
Close it down. I know how he is.
simmer down.
Samadana.
Rick's about out of here.
She done.
I'm ready to click
All
the
right.
button.
All right, Wack, go for it. Close us out.
All right, here it is. Closing quote. Embrace the day. Life is not the way it is supposed to be. It is the way it is. The way you cope with it is what makes a difference.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Go forth and love one another. Tomorrow is a very
Friday.
tomorrow,
Stop talking. Bye.
tomorrow's a very
Sushi.
important day in history. Love your
It is.
family.
Bye.